Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast, and I'm just checking in on you. Just checking to see how you're doing. Oh, my God, I've been driving my wife nuts, but making her fucking laugh. I went to the Creative Arts Emmys, and for some reason, I don't know when they're showing. I think they're showing them this weekend. I just started doing this impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger presenting. And it was like, and now, ladies and gentlemen, here are the nominees for Best Action Movie or Variety Special. And I was just doing these stupid things, and I kept naming old school performers as the winners. And I just kept getting more and more obscure. And it just became me yelling famous people from the 80s names in Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice. And I don't know why. It was so stupid and so silly. She's my favorite person in the world to make laugh. She was, I don't know. Maybe you had to be there. But for 2 days, I was just walking around going like, and the winner and the Emmy goes to John Denver and Miss Piggy. Her favorite one was, and the Emmy goes to Max Headroom and Cyndi Lauper for I Am Unusual Too. I was doing It was one of the most fun things. It was cathartic to just be screaming these famous people's names as Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then just remembering Todd Bridges and Mary Lou Retton. Just all these people that I grew up with. Anyway, that's what I've been doing for like the last couple of days. As I mentioned, or maybe I didn't mention, I played some drums today. I've been working on my 16th notes with one hand. That James Gadsden, Jeff Porcaro thing. I took a lesson with my buddy Dave Elitch, who has a whole new drum program that he's going to be coming on the podcast, spoiler alert, to promote. Very happy for him. He gave me a lesson on that, and today some of the stuff that he was showing me started getting into the muscle memory, you know? And for like a couple of seconds, you're doing it, and then you're like, oh my God, I'm doing it. And then all of a sudden, you blow it after that. So very excited about that. And I've also been going to my kids. My kids are playing sports now, and I am just like the happiest father ever. And I made the rookie dad going to a sporting event mistakes. I sat in those bleachers, you know, with the aluminum fucking benches like they had back in the day at Sullivan Stadium. And like, I'm just too old to sit on those. I felt that for like 3 days. So I have like a folding chair. So I brought the folding chair. I had my little thermos of water. And I'm just sitting there watching them practice and everything. And like, you know, and I've just made my decision. I go, I am not going to be that dad. Okay? I didn't have some unfulfilled Olympic dream that my kid now has to like fulfill. I'm just like rooting for everybody. I just want everybody to have a good time. And the end of practice, hey, great practice, coach, or whatever. Thanks a lot. And then I come home and whatever drills they were working on, you know, we kind of do them in the backyard, just messing around, having a good time. And it's been great. I haven't missed a practice yet. And fortunately, I'm home. I've been doing some sporadic road gigs out here. Nothing but positive shit this week, everybody. All right? I know this was a tough week, so let's just go positive here. I did 1,000 Oaks last night in a beautiful theater out there that I didn't even know existed. Went out there, and it was just such a fucking great crowd. Right out of the gate, I was just making fun of them. You know, it was just a weird part of L.A. Like, we pulled onto the street, and there was like a Ferrari dealership, and then like right across the street is like fucking houses that look like they're falling down and people are really struggling. And it's just like, it's just sort of riffing on like that's what America's becoming. It's just becoming like, one guy has 12 Ferraris and then somebody across the street is like eating like fucking a hand sandwich, as they used to say back in the day, right? Hopefully that gap will shrink. It'll come back again. And the middle class is the greatest thing, the greatest fucking thing ever about the United States is the middle. The middle class is the greatest. It's the best fucking, it's the best place to be. It's the best place to be, My voice is cracking. I'm so emotional about it. Being middle class, where you have a job and you have benefits and you can pay your fucking rent and you can make your fucking mortgage, why people want to take that away? Like, that's the people at top want to stay in power. That's you fucking take care of the goddamn middle class. It's the greatest. Middle class is the fucking best. Monday through Friday, second 5 o'clock Friday. I don't have to think about this fucking job until Monday. That's for the rich guy. That's his fucking problem. And you go out, you have a good time. You got yourself a little boat, whatever you do. You got a motorcycle. You know what I mean? You got yourself a fucking whatever the hell it is that you wanted to do. Hopefully someone will bring that back. So anyway, I did my show last night, and got a ton of material right now, but it's like I got to like sort of hone it or whatever. So thank you to everybody out there that sat through that shit. But, it was really just like, I can't explain it, man. Like the crowd was just, it was perfect. And just the jokes that I was talking about just really fit in. I think because it was sort of everybody was there and, I was making fun of the Amazon guy, actually defending him, how much I'm worried about him and his new marriage. That's sort of the angle I was taking. And the guy lives on the other side of the Santa Monica Mountains, I think. Out in Malibu. So I was just thinking like, there might be somebody in this crowd that actually knows this guy. Which, added to the fun. And I got to tell you something. Bianca and Dean Del Rey murdered. Dean Del Rey went up with like a bunch of new material. It's one of the hardest I've ever seen him kill. And then Bianca came out with all of this new stuff. She had a big event. I don't want to take away from anything that she's doing, but she had a big event happen in her life, which I'm very happy for her. And she was talking about that and was absolutely fucking hilarious. And then one of my buddies from Glen Ross, John Piricello, he came out. We got to chop it up. Saw a bunch of friends. It was sort of it was perfect. It was a beautiful theater, amazing crowd. And then I had a good enough set with what I was doing. And then I went home and slept in my own bed. How do you beat that? I'll tell you I beat that. I watched two fucking incredible movies this week. One I started to watch last week, I was telling you guys about, Medium Cool. I saw that one, and then, which I really think a lot of it, they guerrilla shot around the 1968 Democratic National Convention in Chicago. It's one of like it's Robert Forster. I've just been going down a rabbit hole watching his movies, and then I saw this movie, The Parallax View, on Criterion Channel. If you're not on the Criterion Channel, it's like Cinemax for smart people. There's still a lot of nudity, but it's done in a very tasteful way. The Parallax View might be my favorite Warren Beatty movie, and it's 10 years. It's like made in 73, came out in 74, so it's basically 10 years after the Kennedy assassination and the Warren Commission, and it sort of shows where a lot of people's heads were at, that like this is like these corporations are getting out of control, and they might be behind this stuff and all that super paranoid kind of thriller thing, and incredible cars and just like, and then beautiful cinematography and all that, Old Billy's becoming like a little cinephile here. I'm reading books now. I'm off social media. I finally just decided, I don't know what it was. I was just like, this shit is just, it's not good for people. I want to get along with people. I would like to bring people together. I don't want to be angry And I don't want to be under the control of nerds. And the fact that nerds have bots on social media designed to enrage their own countrymen it's just like, so what? So you can get more people on it so you can have a bigger fucking yacht? You're gonna basically be taking a bat to the knees of your own fucking country is insane to me. So I don't want to do that, man. I do not want to divide people. I don't want to get divided. We got to come together here. The most dangerous message, public message you could have is we should all come together and find common ground. That is the last thing billionaire cunts with yachts who profit off of the misery of others. They just, anytime anybody wants to bring people together, they figure out a way, I don't know, to tar and feather the person. But anyway, let's stay out of the darkness of that. I finally saw that fucking Ravens-Bills game. Jesus Christ. What a fucking goddamn game. I mean, I'm still, old school. I like to see defense, but I really like both of those teams. And then I was joking, I was joking with a buddy of mine that, people say I look like the coach and I look like the punter, and now they're both on the same team, and they're called the Bills. I have to get, during the football season, I got to go there, and do a gig and maybe get a picture of all three of us so people can realize that we're not all the same person. It's disturbing how much we all look like each other. Anyways, it's like the Brady Bunch of Bills. Here's the story, right? And I'm the oldest, so I'm Greg, and then Sean is Peter, and then the punter, I don't know. I got two kids under 10, man. I'm not good with the names anymore. The punter is Bobby Brady. I'm psyched for that game tonight. Commanders versus the Packers. Really like both of those franchises, and I'm psyched that the Commanders are good again. Oh my God, their fans went through it over the last 30 years. There was some dark fucking seasons over there for long periods of time. So it's great to see them back. I'm excited. I like that Bills-Jets game this week. I think is going to be a fun one. I'm an AFC guy, and I like that Chargers-Raiders game on Monday night. That should be another fun one. And I got all the fucking free time in the world to watch all of this shit. So very excited. And I've been getting unbelievable quality time in with my kids. And I'm getting along great with my wife. So what the fuck do I care? Life is good. You know what I mean? I have no complaints. It was funny. My Nia was being so nice to me last night. And it was the funniest shit ever. I just said to her, I just looked at her, I go, why are you being so nice to me? And she laughed. She goes, why are you being so nice to me? I go, because I love you. She's like, well, I love you too. And I'm like, all right. She's like, fine. Being in a relationship, I just really realized it's so fucking it's so insane, because it's like you go into it and you fall head over heels in love. And in that moment, all of your sadness goes away. And then you put this unexpected expectation on the other person that you're going to feel like this with them all the time, and that they're going to make you happy. And it took me forever to realize that other people literally cannot make you happy if you're bringing all of this baggage to the party. So it's like, it's almost like it's the emotional version of consumerism, where it's just like, I'm going to buy that car, or I'm going to, get this jacket or whatever. I'm going to get the NFL package, and then I'm going to be, NFL package. I mean, it makes you pretty happy, but you know what I mean? And then you get the thing, and then a week later, you know what I mean? You still got molested. So, I mean, it's just a jacket. or you're still battling alcoholism, but I got these sneakers. It just doesn't work for you. So, I don't know. But I will tell you, this car that I bought, I'll just tell you, I bought an old BMW. It's a 6-speed, and it's the most fun car I've ever driven. I've already taken it to the mechanic twice to get everything all dialed in, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. There's an old car in my neighborhood. There's a bunch of them, and there's some I get excited when I see if they're clean or whatever. I saw somebody in my neighborhood has this really unique 1950s. I don't know if it's a Chrysler or a Dodge or whatever. But all of us, they always have it sitting on the side of the road. And the other day I drove by and I saw whoever owned it got a car cover for it. And I got so fucking excited. There's somebody, up near where I fly, in their side yard, they have one of those 1961 to 66 Lincoln Continentals with the suicide doors, like the one from Entourage. And it has just been sitting there for years, and it makes me sick to my stomach. Oh my, at least throw a fucking tarp on it. You know what I mean? Just go out there every once in a while and just make sure there's not a bunch of fucking mice and rats just building a nest in there. Do something to it. I don't know why I give a fuck about old shit like that, but I do. So anyway, coming up this weekend, I don't have shit to do. I don't have any shows, but I'm definitely going to try to go out and get on stage. I got really excited about that show that I had last night, and I feel like with all this crazy stuff that's going on, that I really feel laser focused, that my job is really just to go out, make people fucking laugh, and make them forget about whatever the fuck is going on. Because God knows, how do you, I don't know, the boiling water. I don't know how you bring it down to a simmer. But anyway, what else? Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. This is why my podcasts have been a little short lately. It's because I'm fucking happy. I discovered the Stairmaster. My body's like, what the fuck is this? So I've been dropping weight because I can't get on the elliptical now because we're down to just 2 of them. So this has been, you want to hear the old Billy Freckles? You want to hear the old fucking dad workout that I've been doing? I do an entire body workout twice a week. I do my entire, and the Emmy Award and the Grammy Award goes to Marvin Gaye. What's going on? What's going on? You're not from Austria. No, they got too dark after a while. I was doing the Liberace one. And the Emmy goes to Liberace's Far Out, Way Out, Keep on Trucking, Jive Turkey Special. Which was an inside joke, because what they used to try to do with those old school performers was they would try to attach them to some, here comes the judge, some cool thing that the young kids were saying, but they still had this old act. There is a Liberace special. That Paul Lynde Hollywood special, he really had Kiss on it. And then there was a Liberace special where he was singing The Doors, but doing it dressed like Liberace. But then they also gave him a turtleneck, I think, and he had a medallion, a peace medallion on it. It was just fucking... you could basically, people that were running television had aged out while the dawning of the age of Aquarius, all that fucking hippie shit had come in, and they were kind of caught flat-footed and they didn't know what to do. So they were just sort of trying to pick up some of the jargon, and they were throwing it at these fucking 60-year-old entertainers. It was amazing. There was a lot of that. There's footage of Buddy Rich. He had a turtleneck on with the fucking chain on the outside with the medallion. It was just that whole thing. All of a sudden, jazz, big band swing, rock was not a fad. It had taken over. And now all of a sudden, these rock stars were way more famous. So they were trying to be I don't know, cool like they were. It was just a really, and that's also when media was really young. So they didn't know what to do. Like, how do you handle when it changes? There wasn't an AC/DC out there to show you that, no, you just keep doing what you're doing and working at a high level, and you will continue to work, and you will grow old with your crowd, and then also you'll have new people coming in. I will say something about having seen Oasis is I've been singing their songs. I can't get them out of my head. I saw them Saturday night. It's now Thursday. And I still woke up this morning. So Sally can't wait. I mean, to be at the Rose Bowl and hear 100,000 people or whatever they had there singing along like that, it was really fucking, it's really psyched that I went to that. I missed out on a lot trying to make it as a comedian with all of these bands and shit. It's kind of funny that now I'm seeing them all these years later where, like, I could have seen Oasis on their first fucking tour, but when they came to town, I was, I wasn't even working a Funny Bone. Like, where was I in my career then? I was doing, like, this guy, Roger Paul, who I'll forever be indebted to. He was one of the first guys that headlined me in the tri-state area. So I was probably, when they came through New York, on that first album, 95, 96, is that when it was? I was probably doing, he had some gig up in Vermont that I used to do. You drive, oh my God, I fucking hated that. 87 North, oh my God, I hated that highway. Because it always seemed like it was a fucking 8-hour drive. I would go all the way up there. This guy, Mike, I'm spacing on his last name, used to book me at the Lake Ontario Playhouse. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, the first time I did that, I took a bus up there. I mean, I can't even remember how fucking long that took. Or did I take a bus to, like, and I think I met the headliner, and then we drove up together, and then he dropped me off at the bus station on the way back. Oh my God, like, not Poughkeepsie. Ithaca or some shit. I can't even remember. Way back in the fucking day. And I used to go up that goddamn highway. One of my first goals as a fucking comedian was, like, I'm going to make enough money where I can rent a car and not have to take a fucking bus. Wow, dude, that is a really. I remember the jacket I was wearing when I did that. Those are burned in my brain, those memories. But anyway, let's do the reads here for the week. What do we got here? Squarespace, just one read. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain, showcase your offerings with a professional website, grow your brand, and get paid all in one place. Squarespace gives you everything you need to offer services and get paid all in one place. I think I just said that, but they wrote it again. From consultations to events and experiences, showcase your offerings with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business. Get paid on time with professional, on-brand invoices and online payments. Plus, streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools. Get discovered fast with integrated Squarespace SEO tools. Every website is optimized to be indexed with meta descriptions, an auto-generated sitemap, and more, so you show up more often on search engines and bring in more of your ideal customers. Squarespace makes it easy to showcase your expertise and engage clients with video content on your website. Upload and organize your videos, create stunning video libraries, and even monetize your content by adding a paywall. Perfect for online courses, exclusive tutorials, and premium workshops. Make smarter business decisions with Squarespace's intuitive built-in analytic tools. Review website traffic, learn where to focus engagements, and track revenue from bookings, invoices, or product sales all in one place. Go to, or check out squarespace.com / your unique URL. I don't know why I don't have one. I imagine it's Burr. For a free trial, when when you're ready to launch, use offer code Burr, BURR, to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/Burr. That's where you want to go. For your free trial, when you're ready to launch, use offer code Burr, BURR, to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. All right, I got to talk about something in that Bills-Ravens game. I hope Lamar Jackson isn't going to get any sort of fine for pushing that person back in the crowd. Like, there's no other place in the world where some regular person would walk up to two professional athletes, or we'll just say they're not professional, two guys that fucking size in a bar, that fucking tall, and smack both of them on top of the fucking head. And I just don't buy into the thing that professional athletes, are held to this standard that they're not supposed to retaliate when something like that happens. I feel like them not hitting people back, this might be nuts, in the stands is what creates more of that fucking behavior. I feel like if you want respect, you act respectful. If you smack somebody on top of the head, they smack you back on top of the head. But that's not how the world works, is it? That's not how the world works. How the world works is that people can fucking do and say whatever they want to you, and then if you hit them back, all of a sudden they get a big payday, or you get in trouble, you get arrested. I don't know. It's a fucking weird world when it comes to that shit. So, anyway, I would hope that they would go a little Dana White on that. Where, Dana White kind of like sticks up for whatever he's doing. I like how he does that. I wish more of these mainstream sports, I can't say UFC's not mainstream. They're global at this point, right? But like, at some point, the NFL, okay, if somebody in the stand hits a professional athlete and they hit him back, like I feel like the people that run the league also need to talk to the fans. Like, hey, don't hit our athletes. Okay, you don't want to get hit. Don't hit people. Having said that, athletes, when fucking jerk-offs do this, let us handle it. We'll kick them out of the stadium. All right? But fans, just because you buy a ticket doesn't mean that you can go there and say whatever you want, throw shit, spit, and hit people. Grow fucking act like a person. Is that so goddamn hard? Well, is it? Anyway, all right, that's the podcast for this week, everybody. I'm so psyched that football season has started. I'm still watching my Red Sox. They're just closing out with the Oakland A's that are playing in Sacramento at a minor league ballpark. And I got to give a shout out to Oakland Bay Area sports fans. I mean, they've literally lost everything. The Golden State Warriors, they play in San Francisco now. The Raiders have gone to Vegas. The A's have left. The California Golden Seals, they were the Oakland Seals at one point. They moved to Cleveland, became the Barons, and I think they maybe got absorbed by the Minnesota North Stars, which are now the Dallas Stars. I can't remember. But, like, Oakland's one of my favorite cities. Great fucking people. Great food scene, great theaters, all of that type of stuff, I don't know. And then all of these tech bros bought up all of San Francisco, so then the Caucasians that can't afford to be in fucking San Francisco, then they got to go into Oakland, and then the people of color get moved out and all of this fucking shit. At least they can keep their sports teams, right? Nope. I don't understand it. I do understand it. I just think that it's part of this whole leagues getting involved with like sports gambling. So, I mean, when I was a kid, they avoided gambling, the mob, and going to Vegas like the fucking plague. And now they're all up in it. I mean, what are sports leagues going to do next? Get involved in loan sharking? I don't know. Anyway, it's a different world. I'm an old man. I don't understand it. What are you going to do? All right, that's the podcast. Have a great weekend, you cunts. I don't know what to tell you with, with everything that's going on. Just try to be a good fucking person. That's all I can say. All right? Treat each other with respect. All right, that's the podcast, and enjoy the what am I trying to say? The bonus episode of Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast, picked from a Thursday in the past by the great Andrew Themelis. All right, I'll see you. Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday morning podcast for Monday, September 11th, 2017. What's going on? How are you? How's it going? More hurricanes, and this is the 17th anniversary of the attacks on the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and then the one that went down in Pennsylvania. You know, I mean, Jesus Christ, what is going on this week? It's just all gloom and friggin' doom. You know, I was sitting there watching the news with Nia, right? And they're showing highlights of this, was it Hurricane Irsay? Is what is it? Jim Irsay was coming into fucking Miami, right? And there's some fucking, white dude out there, of course, being like, well, it's not coming down real hard. And they show like 5 white people out there. And Nia literally said to me, she goes, what is wrong with white people? I had to laugh. I was like, for the most part, we grew up in cul-de-sacs. There's no excitement. There's no drive-bys. There's no, cops beating you up for no reason, generally speaking. It's kind of, hey, knock it off over there. Straighten up. I know your father. It's kind of like that. So I guess, a hurricane comes around. You need a story. Shit, you need a story. I have no idea why. I came up with a hacky 80s joke, though, about fucking the hurricanes. It's why don't they have all the people stand where the reporters are? Because the reporters never die. They're always standing in the fucking middle of the shit. I don't know how these news agencies know exactly where to fucking stand, but somehow they stand just enough in the shit. I don't buy it. I'm sure. Has one of them died yet? How the fuck, Jesus, Bill, spit it out. Sorry, I flew today. I'm already dumb, but once I fly, it just, breathing that fucking pressurized air up there. It's fucking inevitable. If you stand out inside in a fucking hurricane, something's going to fall on top of you. It's bad enough. Like, I love when they sit there and they tell these people, you need to evacuate. You got to get out of there. It's like, and go where? To my summer home? Don't you remember the fucking banks left half this country upside down in their fucking house? It's fucking unreal. I don't understand, where these people are supposed to go. Where do they go? Everybody just goes north and sits in a fucking Waffle House for 3-4 days? All the hotels get bought up. If you don't have money, what are you supposed to do? Anyways, at least it was knocked down to a Category 3, man. I read some fucking, read some horrible shit about Houston. That's still going on. Now there's all mold and there's all, you don't need to listen to this. You see it all fucking day. This is all just gloom and doom, all fucking misery here. So, why don't I go to something positive? I actually, friend of the podcast, one of the great drummers of all time, Steven Adler, he sent me this thing. He's got they're doing something for Ronnie James Dio, on October 6th at 6:30 p.m. Bowl for Ronnie, celebrity. Christ, my eyes are going. Celebrity bowling tournament. All right. Oh, fuck. I'm not going to be able to read this. I can't. Okay, here we go. Oh, gotta love that you can enlarge it. Wish I could do this to the world, man. I have to get glasses. Why won't I just give in to the fact that I need glasses? All right, October 6th, 2017, 6:30 p.m., Celebrity Bowling Tournament, Bowl for Ronnie. Oh, for God's sake, Stephen, where's it going to be at? Oh, at Pins Bowling Center, 12655 Ventura Boulevard, Studio City, California, 91604. Go down there. It's for a great cause. And, have yourself a white Russian, and tell Donnie to shut the fuck up, okay? And I'll be down there for a great cause. All righty? There you go. I'll put up a link. I'm going to post the whole flyer on the Monday morning thingamajig. There's another guy. I got the TV on there, and I'm on my Twitter account. There's a guy standing out there. Jesus Christ. Standing out there in the fucking rain. Like the video, Al Roker's out there.
How many Hurricanes has that poor bastard stood out? And now it's going up to Tampa. Then it looks like it's going to go right over the Florida Gators football stadium. And somehow die around fucking Macon, Georgia. Is that what they're saying? Is that the trajectory? I don't know what. Anyways. So I was in Mississippi. Flew into fucking Mississippi on Thursday night, and I missed the entire New England Patriots game. And from what I've heard, as a Patriots fan, it was probably better to just land and find out that they got this shit kicked out of them. Really just kind of in the fourth quarter, though. I mean, it was kind of a shootout with no fucking defense as far as I could tell. The Chiefs are all excited doing fucking cartwheels because they let up fucking 27 points. I don't know what they're so fucking excited about, but I will tell you as a Patriots fan, I'm pretty fucking happy. I'm going to tell you why. Because I don't, like, the fucking worst thing ever is when before you even start the season, those fucking hacks on the sports shows go, you know, they talk about your team like, can they go undefeated? Right? They start doing that shit. So before the fucking season already starts, you already got that fucking monkey on your back. Every fucking fat douche who never got picked in gym class coming in with his fucking loafers and his sweaters, waddling into your locker room, just trying to rip the team apart and just adding just distraction. So right out of the gate, we fucking lose. All of that is gone. And then immediately they go, oh, wait a minute. Remember when you were saying Tom Brady after his last game was the greatest without a doubt of all time? Now we're the exact same people one fucking game later saying he's too old. So I'm loving that. I'm loving all of that. I would actually love if we lost next week too, but then they would have all this, what's the time to hit the panic button? You'd have to deal with that. So I'm hoping, they win the next 3-4, they lose another one, 4-2, then they're 5. Just nobody's paying attention. No, they treat us like the Indianapolis Colts. Remember when they were 13-0 and nobody said shit for whatever fucking reason? Which is really a reoccurring thing with the Indianapolis Colts, no matter what they do. Hearing aids in the fucking helmets, fucking pumping crowd noise in, tanking the final third of a season to get Andrew Luck, stealing the Patriots offense, fucking being on the rules committee, changing the rules of passing, and on fucking on, right? Going 13-0, nobody's saying shit. They're just a bunch of country boys out there. We won't pay attention to them. I love it. I love that we, I hate our fucking defense, but I haven't liked our defense since we won our first 3. I think ever since then, we've always been like, we're going to score, what are you going to score, 35? We're going to score 38. I just kind of feel like we've been like that for too long. And occasionally we've brought in a shutdown corner like a Revis, that Talib, whatever the fuck his name was, who was here for like a year or two. He was fucking great. But then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, okay, now I want to get paid. They're like, yeah, nah. So, anyways, yeah, so I watched a little bit of the highlights. I mean, when you give up an 85-yard touchdown in your corner, like fucking lets the guy go by him because he thinks he's got help over the top and the guy just isn't there. I mean, I really don't think that's the Chiefs kicking our ass as much as that's just horrible defense. You know what I mean? I would say, though, that guy running for like 6,000 yards against us is definitely a concern. But, what are we supposed to win it every fucking year? I'm all right with it. I love it. So there we go. So now what? We go 11-5. They'll fix it, but I don't know. You know what we do. We always fucking have guys, and then they make the Pro Bowl, and then they ask for more money, then we let them go, and then we got to build it back up again. So we'll see. It is definitely towards the end of Tom Brady's career. I don't know how it could have gone any fucking better. What are you going to do? I mean, with this, you know why so many people flipped out about that, aside from the fact that they hate the Patriots? That's how most people live their lives. They take one loss and they just pack it in. Oh, no, we're never going to do it. And I'm including a lot of Patriots fans. But you can never listen to those sports shows because even like the people who call in, they always use words like concerned. I'll tell you right now, I'm really concerned about our pass defense on third downs. Are you? What are you concerned about? As if you're a part of the coaching staff and if it doesn't work, you're going to get fired. You're going to have to put your house up for sale and relocate your kids once again. What exactly are you concerned about? But congratulations to the Chiefs. I've always liked the Chiefs. I used to always watch those Super Bowl highlights and that one with Hank Stram. 64 toss power trap. It was always like one of the great ones. He's just sitting there laughing his fucking balls off. And everybody loved that back then. But now, if they had that audio, he'd have to issue an apology to the Minnesota Vikings and Bud Grant and the family and all that bullshit. But, so anyways, I was flying back from Alabama. And so the only football games I was able to catch, I watched the Green Bay-Seattle game, which I know Seattle fans hate because they definitely seemed like they were getting the short end of the stick, certainly on that phantom punch ejection, which I didn't see. I just saw the replay of it. Of course, it happened on a fucking pick six. Always fun to watch Pete Carroll blow a fucking gasket. But that guy is a great coach, and that's a great defense. You know what I mean? The fucking Legion of Doom, Legion of Boom, sorry. Boom, right in your ass with the steroids. Fuck all you guys. If you're going to bring up every fucking goddamn time, Jesus Christ, we bend a card in fucking New England, I'm fucking trashing everybody. I'm doing research on all your fucking teams, and I'm going to do what you guys do. Every fucking time you give me shit about me, I'm fucking fine. I'm going to fucking look in the corners of your franchise. Jesus Christ, like 30% of that fucking team defense tested positive for fucking steroids, and they're still just talking about how great they are. Unbelievable. Oh, that's another Colts one. The guy who caught the fucking allegedly deflated ball, which was never fucking proven. It's never fucking proven, yet Tom still got fucking suspended. Everybody's basically paying the price for the under suspension of Ray Rice, I think, when they go into Roger Goodell. How psyched was he that the Patriots lost after those Barstool guys had that hilarious T-shirt of him just like a fucking clown? Is there anything better than just calling, hey, he's a fucking clown? All your accomplishments just go right out the window. That fucking guy, Roger Goodell, makes $30 million a year. $30 million a year. If you can catch him walking to his car and you go, hey, dude, you're a fucking clown. I'm telling you. As much as he has $30 million, probably 16 after taxes, it bugs him. He's going to be thinking about it when he's drinking his little Dunkies coffee in the morning. Fuck is that guy to call me a clown, talking himself, When he's putting his suit on, he's got the jacket, tie, and shirt. He looks like one of those guys, he gets everything on, he puts the pants on last. Clooney already has his shoes on with the fucking socks and the sock garters. You got him talking to himself as he's adjusting the nut and the knot right there in the mirror. So anyway, I watched that game, and the defenses looked obviously great in those fucking games, and now I got the Cowboys and Giants in the background. I did watch the MotoGP race. I just watched the big boys. I didn't get to watch MotoGP 3 or 2, but what a fucking race. How about Marc Marquez just saying, Dovizioso's just like, hey man, I'm gonna take the fucking points. Marc Marquez is like, fuck that. I'm going for the victory. For you guys who don't watch motorcycle racing, it was raining out and they still race. They don't quite go as fast, but they were going like over 150 miles an hour in the fucking rain on each other's asses. And this guy, what the fuck was his name? He started the race. He fucking shot right up the side into first place. What the fuck is being with a P? I'm new to the sport. I don't know all their names. So anyways, no, it didn't. It was that guy, Bill, why don't you just look this shit up so you can talk? You know what happened. You just can't remember the fucking names. What was the guy's name? Larry Legend? Is that the guy who fucking shot up in first before he fucking wiped out? There was more goddamn accidents today. Or yesterday, I should say, when they were racing. And anyways, everything that Formula One needs, MotoGP has. It was a race right down to the end, and fucking Marc Marquez said, fuck this, I'm going for the points, because if he got to 25, he was going to be tied with Dovizioso, so he passed him on the fucking last lap, or second to last lap, and then held him off. It was some Phil Mickelson shit, I'm not going to fucking, just try to get back out on the fairway. I'm going to try to put it in the hole. Then I'm going to four-putt and walk away with sweaty tits. I mean, that's what this man did, but basically on a motorcycle, so that was very enjoyable. But let's get down. Let's talk about going down south. Now that the Patriots season is evidently over and Tom Brady is over the hill, The Atlanta Falcons won today, and the New England Patriots lost. The exact opposite thing that happened the last time. So there you go. I don't know what that means. I'm sure Atlanta Falcon fans, if they could switch, the results with the Patriots, I think they would, but evidently the fucking football sky is falling. You know what I fucking hate about fantasy football? That is literally taken over like, they used to have like in the sports pages, they would have like the leaders. It was really easy to find the leaders. You could collect football cards and shit. I used to know so much more about the game. I don't know anybody's fucking name anymore. Anytime you go to any sort of website where they have like fantasy, when you want to look at stats, it's all this fantasy football shit. Get this guy on your team, Peyton Manning's fucking advertising that stuff. I don't know. Should I just give in? I don't want to do that shit. I don't want to have somebody on a team that... Actually, I don't really hate any other team in the NFL. Do I hate any other team? I hate Jim Irsay. That's it. That's the only person I don't like. There's certain people that act like fucking idiots in the league that I don't particularly care for, but then I don't hate the team. Here's another classic. The Cowboys are probably going to beat the Giants because this is what the Cowboys and Giants do. The Cowboys win in the beginning part of the year, and then the Giants always fucking lose, and then in the end they come back around. And they do the same thing down in New York. So time to move on from Eli. He only steps up in every fucking big moment in January his entire career. I think it's time to get rid of him because he fucked up in September. I'm going to look this shit up. Did that Ezekiel Elliott guy play? Seems to me, what's weird is they threw out his case in the real world. But it's like, in the NFL, you need less burden of proof. Elliott, Cowboys, is that his fucking name? Elliott, Cowboys to play. Is he playing? Judge grants temporary restraining order request for Dallas Cowboys running back, probably from that psycho, that person who's seeming like a psycho. Okay, Ezekiel Elliott ruling makes, I've been out of the loop. All right, so he played. That's good. Because the clown was going to over-suspend him. Oh, look at this. The NFL is back, and so are the 15 reasons it's a complete disaster. Hey, how about those Los Angeles Rams coming back wearing the Lamar Lundy fucking blue and white? The fearsome foursome. Merlin Olsen. Rosie Greer. Was it Lamar Lundy? I always forget him. And then, what's his face there? I can never name all four of them. I always end up forgetting one. I always remember Merlin Olsen, Rosie Greer. Oh, Jesus Christ, the coolest one of them all. Deacon Jones. And was it Lamar Lundy? Lamar Lundy. Is this even a podcast? Is this, you guys listen to me fucking, yeah, there you go, right? Lamar Lundy, was he a Steeler or was he a Ram? Was he a Ram? Lamar Lundy, Rams, fearsome foursome. All right, I got it. All right, so anyways, let's, I'm not watching TV anymore. Now I'm focused. Oh, here's Eli driving him in. What's he got here? 2nd and 8, 8:09 to go in the third quarter. Eli calling a fucking audible. Over the middle for a first down. Moving the ball. Cowboys fans are all going to be saying you need to fucking bench fucking quarterback and bring back Roger Staubach. So we did the Horseshoe Casino in Mississippi. I had so much fucking fun doing that. Although it was just a part of the South, man. That was just deep South. Deep South, hang a fucking right. Don't stop in Alabama. Keep going. Stop right before you get to fucking Louisiana. And it was I don't know. The pace of the people down there was driving me fucking nuts. I ordered room service twice. I kept ordering water, and they just wouldn't bring it up to me. So the second time I said, is there a glass of water? And she's like, wasn't on the tray. And I'm like, and that's what's on the tray. It just fucking walks out. There's no, I'm sorry. I'll go get you some. It's like it wasn't on the tray. So then I go to use, like nothing fucking worked. I go to use the fucking ironing board. The ironing board was fucked up. I was trying to make it stand up. It wouldn't stand up. I had to bend the piece back. It wouldn't. And then I finally just had a fucking meltdown. And I'm admitting this to the casino. I jumped up and down on it, and then I pulled the shark nose back. I felt bad afterwards, and I tried to bend it back, but it's all fucked up. If you wonder why it's fucked up, I finished it off. It was already fucked up. So if you want to send me a bill, I apologize. And then the next day, me, Dean, and Bartnick drove over into Tuscaloosa to go on. We went to go see Alabama versus Fresno State. We had a great fucking time. We met some people there, some friends of mine, and they hooked us up. We were in, I think, this fucking skybox, no sunburn. You know, it was a cupcake game. Who's kidding who? Against Fresno State. It was a day game. It's like I went, but I have to go back there again. I want to go there a night game when they play like Texas A&M, Mississippi, or fucking, you know, anybody. Like LSU or some shit like that. I want to go back for that, and I want to sit in the fucking crowd the next time. This was like, it was too nice. It was awesome. I had a great time. But it was like, I didn't get to feel the crowd a little bit, which was perfect because I had a show that night, so I didn't drink. I'm still not drinking, and I didn't get a sunburn. So it worked out for me, but I feel like I kind of went to a preseason game. So we're walking out of there, and fucking Joe Bartnick somehow found the one Russian guy in Alabama, and shit escalated quickly. You know, Bartnick walks up to the guy. The guy, I don't know how they got into a conversation. The guy said he said he overheard us talking. He said something to us. We're waiting for the elevator. And the guy said that he was Russian. So Bartnick's a huge Penguins fan. And he goes, he's like, oh, you're Russian. He goes, hey, you know, he's like, Gino Malkin, Evgeny Malkin, right? You like Malkin? The guy's like, nah. He's like, I like Ovechkin. And then he goes, you like Ovechkin? And then he gets right in the guy's face and he goes, 0 cups. He's like, Ovechkin. He goes, and starts doing the choking thing, right? Joe had a couple of sarsaparillas. Who's kidding who, right? So they fucking start going back and forth, and Joe keeps giving him shit. The guy's going, oh, come on, man, it's a team game. And he goes, hey, he's got 0 cups. So how can you like 0 cups? 0 cups. Keeps acting like the guy's choking on a fucking dick, and the Russian guy's getting mad. Joe's fucking around. He's not seeing it. And the fucking elevator cannot come fast enough because it looks like it's going to escalate into a fight, which, you know, Joe Bartnick, and this Russian guy was actually taller than Joe, but he was skinnier. But, you know, he's also Russian. You know what I mean? So, you know those fucking people. They fucking bitch slapped Hitler all the way back to fucking Berlin. You know? Let people out of prisons and say, hey, remember what we threw you in there for? Why don't you come out and go do that to people who look like this? And that's what they did. Half of them were in bare feet. I mean, I know it's a legend at this point, but it's pretty much fucking true. So now I'm concerned because they're both, Joe's like whatever, 6'4". This guy's like 6'5". And I kept going, Joe, hey, Joe, take it easy. He just kept going, hey, guys, got no cups. Hey, wait, come on, he's a choker. He just kept doing it, and then he's laughing at the guy. And I don't know why, he just wasn't seeing the guy getting mad. So the guy goes, hey, why don't we go around the corner? And Joe's like, hey, let's go around the corner. And they walk around the corner. I'm like, are they going to go fight? And then there was this awkward little moment between them. And me and Dean are stone sober, like, what the fuck? So finally, I just go to my buddy. I go, is there some stairs we can take? Because the elevator was taking forever. And he goes, yeah. I go, yeah, we can take the stairs. So we go to take the stairs, and we're going to walk out. And the Russian guy's like, I will take the stairs too. And now they're walking down the stairs, and it's just like, I couldn't separate them. I couldn't get them separated. And I don't know what happened. By the end of it, they were like best of friends, ready to go drink some fucking vodka. We actually left the game halfway through the fourth quarter because we had to go do our show, but we wanted to go around and get a picture in front of the Bear Bryant statue. And we actually got one in front of the Nick Saban one. There's one other guy that everybody always forgets. He's only won one championship, but it was pretty fucking amazing to go there. I'm telling you, if you get a fucking chance, man, everybody wants to go to the ballparks, all the baseball parks, or go to a fucking Lambeau Field and that type of shit, which I understand. But, you know, all you guys who live in pro football cities in you know, New York, Chicago, all that pro shit, Boston, don't sleep on going to big-time college football, man. I'm telling you. SEC, Big Ten, you got to go to the University of Michigan. You got to go to the Horseshoe in Ohio State. You got to go to one of them. You just have to experience 100,000 fucking people going absolutely fucking nuts. Pick a good rivalry game. Go on fucking StubHub. Pay through the nose. Go out there. Get fucking hammered. Go to the game. And then please tell me what you see in the NFL, because I don't think the NFL can nearly touches the excitement. Although, having said that, how great is it that it's fucking football season? And this is what always happens. Football season goes by like the summer. You know what I mean? Like every year in the summer, I'm like, okay, it's May. We're going into May. I'm really going to pay attention and try to enjoy and remember, like, hey, it's the summer. We're in the summer. Let's fucking enjoy this shit. I still feel that way, even though I live out in L.A. where it's summer all the fucking time, right? And every fucking year, all of a sudden, it's just like September, right? And football season's the same thing. You're like, oh, my God, fucking football season is fucking great. Then all of a sudden, it's like it's the playoffs. And you're so focused on the playoffs, that all of a sudden, like, it's that week between the championship game and the Super Bowl, and you're like, what the fuck happened? You're so busy putting money on the games and betting on the fucking games, you don't realize not only is there only two teams left, there's only one game left. And then we're fucked. And then the panic starts to set, and then you think, well, at least I got March Madness, right? At least I got March Madness, and then I got the hockey and the basketball playoffs. And then it's just, you know what it really is? It's just July. It's that one panic of July. And into August, the dog days of baseball that you have to fucking deal with. That's how I ended up getting into fucking, I think, Formula One and all that shit, just to cover that. And then I totally got into it. I don't know. I feel like I've been talking in circles for like fucking 25 minutes. What is this? How many awful minutes has this been? 26. See that? You're a comedian long enough. You can sense time. I had this feeling that I'd been bombing for 26 fucking minutes. So congratulations to everybody's team who won this week, including the Chiefs. I'm not a cunt. And everybody who lost, hey, it's only, it's just 1 week. Fucking relax. 25 days and no booze. 25 days and no booze. I'll tell you how well I'm doing with no booze. When I went out, I went through the duty free and I saw that Macallan Rare Cask Black, which I'd never heard of, and I'm like, I am fucking buying that when I come back off the plane. And when I got off the plane, I think I flew Delta out and United on the way back, so it wasn't there. But I was going to buy it. I'm sitting there talking to myself, like, am I done? Like, I was actually thinking on the plane today, like, I might be done for good. And then I came home and I ordered these whiskey glasses. And I'm like, well, that's not a good sign. Like, if you just say I'm done with heroin and then you go to Amazon or you go to like syringe.net, and you just order a bunch of fucking drug paraphernalia. I guess as long as you don't buy the drugs, right? Hey, officer, I collect crack pipes, okay? Can I have my license back, please? You're not going to find any residue in there. So anyway, I was actually thinking on the plane, I'm like, what if I just, next year I turn 50, right? And I'm just done with the booze. And then I just become like this yoga Pilates guy. I just go Sting, right? Gordon Sumner. I become that fucking guy. I look good for my age. If I actually fucking did that through my 50s, I would look fucking unbelievable at 60 for a 60-year-old. And you figure by then, how good tanning beds are going to be, how good the hair plugs are going to be. And I bet I'll be microchipped by then, which I can also have like the added Viagra option to it. You know what I mean? I think I can stay in the game for another 10 years after that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Have you guys thought about the future you? The microchipped you? Full head of hair and abs. All right, let me read some advertising here. All righty. There, that is done. So I'm actually toying with that idea. No booze. Done. I don't know if I can, I don't know. I understand why alcoholics, like, they take it one day at a time, because just sitting there like, I'm never going to do this. No, just today. I'm just not going to do it today. Just not going to do it today. You know? Sometimes you got to do it, though, right? You know, your wife's talking to you, and you're sitting there looking at her, smiling and nodding. She's thinking, oh, I love when he looks at me that way. He still loves me. I can see it in his eye. And you're actually thinking about that bottle of booze that you bought. How you going to go out in the garage like a fucking degenerate? Sit in some dirty chair. You don't give a shit, right? Pour that glass. You set the bottle down. When it touches the floor, you hear it echoing in your garage. You know? That garage, that's yours, right? That garage that you made the decision you weren't going to be like most of these guys who let their wives not only take over the house, but also the garage, right? And they just fill it up with all their shit. You can't even get the fucking car in there. That garage is yours. You put up the dartboard, you get the kegerator. That's your little fucking tree fort. You know? I mean, who's kidding who? You're a guy. You're still a child. Just because you can grow a beard doesn't mean you're mature, all right? Would you look at all these stars doing these fucking commercials now? Jesus fucking Christ, can you leave something on the bone for the struggling actor? Can't you just do a fucking ad over in Guam like you used to? Anyways. Whoa, Dreamweaver. I want to redo my fucking garage again. Okay, I gotta add something else in there. I gotta add a fucking, now that I never have my truck in there, I put it in storage. So I kind of flip-flop and everything like that with the new car and then the old car. I haven't driven my truck in like 2 weeks, man. I'll miss it. I got to do that someday. I got to have the garage with the fucking room above it. You just have to have it. That's what it is. And then what you have a fucking prenuptial agreement that if we get divorced, I get the garage and the room above it, and you cannot fucking evict me. That will be mine, and you will get the fucking house. But you know something? Fucking, they'll just be, but I just don't feel safe with him being out there. And they'd cry their way into getting that too. I swear to God. I wonder if anybody, like when a hurricane's coming, and if they're in an unhappy marriage, like what's going through their mind. You just sitting there with your wife, she doesn't know that you bought a boat that you tied to the back of the house, a little fucking rowboat, She can't see it. You convince her to try to ride out the storm, and then when the water comes in, you're like, see you later. Oh, Jesus, Bill. All right, let's get to the fucking questions this week. I apologize. You know what? I don't apologize. I don't apologize for fucking making up shit. I'm making up shit, man. What the fuck you want from me? All right, booze lineups. Booze lineups. Did I talk about everything I want to talk about first before I get into this shit? Let's see here. Steven Adler, Ronnie James, Alabama versus Fresno State, Mississippi, Horseshoe, ironing board. Oh, yeah, when I was waiting for the fucking car to come around, I was standing out in front of the hotel going, I'm never coming to this fucking state again. I was so fucking, everything was going so goddamn slow. But, once I got over my 5-second temper tantrum, I realized that I actually had a great time there. So I'm going to come back. Next time I'm coming back, it's either when Ole Miss or Mississippi State has a game. I'm going to a fucking game then. And I hope they're playing Alabama or some shit like that. Joe finds a Russian. I talked about that. No booze 25 days. Old Billy fucking Red Velvet Cakes was going to take a month off. Now all of a sudden he thinks he's the second coming of Sting. Sting held on to the hair. He was losing the roof. And then all of a sudden he started doing yoga. He started standing on his fucking head and all that blood went to the top of his head, started feeding the roots. That's what happened. Maybe mine will come back. Fantasy football is taking over trading cards and all that shit. I talked about that. Well, I guess it's time to get on the fucking with the booze lineups here. All right, here's guys, booze lineup. Hey, Billy Bollock Chops. I'm a listener from the UK. By the way, it's 16-3. Well, you guys already know this shit. Dallas playing some good defense. I'm a listener from the UK. I managed to get to your show in Manchester, and it was brilliant. Thank you. I was nervous about that show. All I knew was this fucking soccer hoodlums from the 80s. The fucking neo-Nazis falling around Man United. That's all I knew. I read Among the Thugs, and to me, that was Manchester. He said, I wanted to send you my team of drinks, but I don't watch baseball. Oh, your batting lineup. Okay. I tried when I was in New York to watch baseball, but I found it boring. Same with football. Fucking boring. He means soccer here, I guess, because he says, I only watch for the World Cup. I mainly watch rugby league. You watch that Seven Nation League where if you come in last, you get the wooden spoon. NFL for the Seahawks, cricket, and I'm a big fan of F1. Dude, if you can sit through fucking cricket, you can get through a baseball game. I mean, that's the same thing, except cricket lasts for fucking 5 days. I decided to send you my list of drinks as the Formula One teams. I don't really drink that many neat spirits or whiskey, so I included everything else I drink when I want to get pissed. All right, leading off, he's got Mercedes. His Mercedes-Benz team. For those of you who don't watch F1, they're like the fucking cream of the crop. Well, you really should have batting cleanup, but I get this. You're going to do this more like, how they rank football teams, the best to the worst. All right. IPA beers. Yeah, I'm one of those guys, but I don't piss people off talking about it. My pole position drink, quite happy to drink these beers all night. Drink IPAs all night? Jesus Christ, it's like drinking a Thanksgiving dinner. Each pint is so fucking... I fucking hate... They're so fucking... every once in a while, if I just want to have one beer, but I know I'm going to drink 30, I'll have an IPA, because by the time I'm done with it, I'm just like, Jesus Christ, I've had enough. Enough with the fucking hops. Good Lord, it's like overacting. Quit bugging your eyes out of your fucking head. I get it. Beer's supposed to have hops. Well, as long as you don't drink any of those stupid beers that have those aggressive for no reason names, angry fuckface, kick your mother in the cunt beer, whatever they have, ale, angry ale. All right. His second batter would be the Ferrari team, Jack Daniels, Black Label, Old Number 7, whatever you want to call it. Been around for all these years, and it is as popular as it's always been. Usually drink it with a Coke, rarely neat. Oh, Jesus, this guy's not even in AAA here. Batting third, Red Bull. Mount Gay Eclipse Rum. All right, if you're in your 20s, I forgive you for this lineup. I've been drinking it with ginger beer since these guys were Jaguar. Oh, the Red Bull. Oh, I'm sorry, the Red Bull team. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. I thought you were drinking Red Bulls and Mount Gay Eclipse rum. I was like, what in the fuck? I'm sorry. I apologize. All right, Force India team is Zabrowka vodka. Never heard of that. Usually with apple juice. Dude, I gotta be honest with you. You drink like a woman. Usually with apple juice and a little umbrella in there, and I sort of spin around a couple of times. Do I look fatness? I'm new to good vodka, like a few Brits. I was drinking Paint Striper vodka and Red Bull from 17. All right. The Williams Stella Artois Lager. Okay, Williams team is the Stella Artois. I don't know how to say half this shit. The Old Dependable. I never heard of it. But doesn't win many races anymore. Still, nothing beats turning up at a mate's house with a crate of Stella for a day of drinking. Toro Rosso team would be Sailor Jerry Rum. This guy's a rum drinker. When I started drinking rum and moved to the Red Bull team not long after. All right. Well, at least you didn't mix that with anything. The Haas, the American, Formula One, Jack Daniels, single barrel, one for the Americans. There you go. The only whiskey I really drink neat. Good man. There's hope for you. Renault. That poor-ass team. Bitter. The classic British drink, which is not served warm. It's served at cellar temperature. I don't even know what bitter is. McLaren, Jägermeister. Not as good as it used to be, but I have some great nights drinking this stuff. How the fuck anybody drinks more than one of those is beyond me. The Sauber team, I don't even know who that is. Bringing up the rear, it's cider. Not even close to a go-to drink, but I'm glad it's there. I fucking hate cider. Love the podcast. Efforts for family and all the specials. Come back to the UK soon. Thanks and go fuck yourself. I'll definitely be back there. Thank you for your booze lineup. There was actually a couple interesting things in there. That Zabrowka vodka. I never heard of that. But, I'm going to do yoga and Pilates for the rest of my life. I'm going to age like Sting. Granted, he started doing that shit in his 30s. All right, number 2. All right. Question number 2 or whatever the fuck I'm doing this week. A rhinestone ball bag, Billy. Love the podcast and love when you rip into the morons simply for being morons. Keep it up. That's why I trash myself so much. I wanted to throw down a booze lineup, but for hockey. All right, here we go. We're going for more booze lineup. I feel like this is getting old, people. I'm going to read this last one. That's going to be it for the booze lineups. And every once in a while, we'll do it. We need some more overrated, underrateds. Center. The Cindy Crosby position. Miller Genuine Draft. I hate that beer. God bless you. Somebody's got to drink it. You pay a little too much for him, but he's your franchise player, so you have no choice. Left wing is Weiser's Black Label. Smooth, dangles, and sets everyone else up. Right wing is Santiago. 16-year Cuban rum, foreign player. Other teams are afraid to sign that plays his ass off every night but takes some stupid penalties. D-man number 1, Jack Daniels. Safe, gritty, defensive-minded, and you didn't break the cap hit for him. D-man 2, Coors Light. Never misses a game, jumps up in the zone, but on the wrong end of the odd man rushes too often. Goalie is Crown Royal, hometown boy that gives you 65 starts a season and always gives you a chance. Bartnick would love that lineup. I don't know about Miller Genuine Draft, but he'd love that you finished with Crown Royal. Thanks and go fuck yourself. All right. Now we're on to some fucking questions here. All right. Where the fuck are we? Bill. What is this? This is more fucking football? I can't do this. There's too many booze lists here, but it's just going to get boring because it requires me to really read out loud, which I'm not good at. All right, fingerprinting students. What in the fuck is happening to this world? Hey, Billy Bo Baggins, I'll try to keep this short. I just started college, and in the dining halls, they now only use fingerprint scanners to let you in. Cooking is not allowed in the dorms, so if you want to eat, you have to give them your fingerprints. I'm not one of those I got chips / free t-shirt people, but what else can I do? Your thoughts would be appreciated. Thanks and go fuck yourself. Well, millennials, I think it's time you guys fucking rebel. You got to rebel against something here. Or go to Subway. Why do they need your fucking fingerprints, and what are they going to do with them? Even if they're not going to do anything with them, they're going to hack into your system. Somebody's going to hack into the system. That's so fucking nuts. That is legit. I honestly have to look up, like, how do people justify taking your fucking fingerprints to give you a fucking slice of pizza? How do colleges justify taking students' fingerprints? I love how the mainstream fucking pussy-ass fucking corporate media never talks about this shit. They just sell people out. They're just all these fucking idiots screaming about Trump and Hillary, and this is what they're doing to citizens of this fucking country. It's fucking unbelievable. Can I refuse to have my child fingerprinted at school? Background of fingerprinting. Jesus Christ. I almost lied to you guys. I got to read up on this like I'm actually going to do this. Should schools fingerprint your kids? What is this for? Let me guess. It's for our own protection. All they do is make gift bags for people that know how to go on the internet and steal shit. Here it is. Here's the fucking social security number with the fingerprints, the home address, all the relatives, all in a nice, neat little fucking bag. I can't fucking believe it. These fucking jerk-offs. These fucking jerk-offs. Anybody watches Fox and CNN is a fucking jerk-off. When was the last time they held the feet of the fucking cunts that are doing all of this shit in the fire? When the fuck have they ever done that? Have they ever really gone after pharmaceutical companies for starting a heroin epidemic? Have they ever really gone after Monsanto for fucking with the food supply? Have they ever really gone after bankers for what the fuck they were allowed to get away with 10 fucking years ago? Jesus fucking Christ. You do one off-colored fucking joke, they cover that more than these fucking insurance companies are probably going to fuck everybody over. Now I'm upset. You know what I would do, sir? I would fucking somehow go out of my own pocket and I would fucking eat down the street for fucking cheap. The best I could. That's why you can still bring snacks. You can't cook. You can still have a fridge, right? I'd eat a bowl of fucking cereal. I would eat a fucking bowl of cereal 3 times a fucking day before I'd give those fucking cunts your goddamn fingerprints. First of all, all you're going to do is come out of college. You're going to be all these student loans. And what sort of job is he going to be there? You got to give him your fingerprints too? Fuck these people. Fuck them. You know, I don't know. You're not even allowed to fucking protest anymore. You'd have to go to a certain section. You'd have to get a fucking permit to protest. Dude, I guarantee you, the reason why they're taking your fingerprints is an added revenue stream, and they're going to fucking sell them to somebody else. All of those fucking people that take your fucking information, it's safe and secure. It isn't safe and secure. What they've done now is they've made it a lot easier for these people that go in and steal shit. Rather than having to break into you personally, they just break into a company and they get like a couple thousand people a whack. And then what kills me is after these cunts take your information, their system gets hacked into, and can you sue them for putting your shit up there? It's fucking unreal. Anyways, I just recently had, a TV network that I work for sent me a fucking letter. Should go in there and go read it and say, unfortunately, someone broke into our system and a lot of personal information might have been exposed. So all they're required to do after, it's like, why did you keep all that information? We need to go back to paper and file cabinets, people. I'm telling you, make these fucking pieces of shit, put on little cat burglar outfits, have the flashlight in their mouth as they try to pick the lock to go in. Sorry, I really just lost my shit there, but I feel even though I didn't have all the information I needed to make a logical argument, I feel like I am right. I'm sniffing around something there. All right, Alcoholics Anonymous. Hey, Bill. I was in AA for roughly 2 years. If you're thinking about attending, I would suggest you visit a library and get the AA Big Book. Sometimes they have a copy available. I would read it. Okay, now you just asked me to do two things that are really difficult for me. One, going to a library, and two, finding a book, and then actually three, reading it. What else you want me to do? Dunk a basketball? You're really getting outside the realm of what I do here. Then I would also read the Orange Papers, an online website which attempts to debunk the AA philosophy. Attend a few meetings and get a feel for it. But honestly, I don't think you're an alcoholic from listening to your podcast. I just think you're a pisshead. You can put a cork in the bottle. I hear you sometimes beating yourself up when you've had 3 large pours. Oh, Jesus, relax. That's not alcoholism. I love this guy. Sure, you're probably not a good drinker, but it's all on a spectrum. And you seem to be doing fine. When you start drinking cleaning gel mixed with fruit juice because it has alcohol in it, then we can talk. I've heard it all in AA, and you don't qualify for the club, in my humble opinion. Take it easy, you bald fuck. All right, well, thank you for the kind words, sir. No, but it's not good for you. I can tell you it's not. The level that I was drinking was not good for you. But I also don't think AA is bad. If it works for you, then I think it's good. If it doesn't work for you, I don't think you then have to go out and debunk it. What kind of a cunt does that? Like, Alcoholic Anonymous has helped so many fucking people. Let me look at the Orange Papers. Who the fuck's the asshole who just said, everybody just always has to rain on somebody's parade? Orange Papers here. I just realized somebody might be fucking riding out this hurricane down in Florida listening to this podcast. If you still have power, if you get a generator. I just said rain on your fucking parade. Sorry. What are the Orange Papers? Orange Papers, I spelled orange wrong. I put 2 N's in there. I don't know why. I said ORNANGE. Orange Papers AA. Here we go. Orange Papers. Recovering from recovery. Anti-AA sites such as Orange Papers. All right, now this is just going to be another website that just hijacked the whole fucking thing, so I can't get to it. Where are the original? Orange Papers, original. Original, please. Please, can I get the original? I can't find it. I cannot fucking find it. What the fuck? Come on, man. All right, I just clicked on this page and I see a picture of a monkey. Leaving AA, staying sober. All right, here we go. For the suffering alcoholic and those unhappy in AA. All right, let's see what they bitch about here. For the suffering alcoholic and those unhappy in AA, Alcoholics Anonymous has over 2 million participants globally. That's it? It is a friendly and welcoming organization with many caring, helpful members. AA offers companionship, blah, 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 blah. If you think you have a drinking problem and haven't tried AA, stop reading this essay and go to a meeting. However, a growing number of options are slowly becoming... I don't want to fucking read all of this shit. All right, I'll take your word for it, evidently. Look at Eli stepping up in the pocket. What's the score here? (16-3). 7 minutes to go. Did he just throw a pick? Who knows? All right. Wife working out with ex. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. If I saw that at the beginning of a fucking porno, I'd be like, oh my God, can we come up with a fucking less cliched scenario? Okay. Hey there, Billy Redsack. Love your podcast. Love F is for Family. Can't wait for season 3. I wanted your advice on something. Here's the story. I got married about a year ago, and me and my lovely wife moved to L.A. right after the wedding because she had a great job opportunity. She had lived in L.A. a few years ago prior to meeting me, and when she was living here, she had a fling with some douchey private fitness trainer. Both of them viewed marriage as a stupid concept, and they made a pact that when they'll get married to other people, they'd meet up and fuck. I don't believe a fucking word of this. I don't believe a fucking word of this. This is too stupid. They made a pact when they'll get married to other people, they'd meet up and fuck. I mean, that definitely sounds like an LA conversation in a gym. I'll continue reading. So as soon as she changed her relationship status to married on Facebook, that guy sent her a bunch of messages which were sexual and pretty much offered to take her up on the agreement and fuck. She didn't respond, but she did tell me about it, but I didn't lose my shit and remained calm. In the last few weeks, she told me she's looking for a way to get in shape, and she said that the douche had offered her private workout sessions in exchange for her help in his business. She's an accountant. She said that because private workout sessions are expensive and he's very good at what he does, this is a great opportunity that would save us some money. She said she made it clear to him that she's happily married and nothing is going to happen, and he understood completely. She asked me if it bothers me and I not wanting to look like the insecure, jealous type. Oh, my God. You fucking... Dude, I'm telling you, these fucking women are in guys' heads. All of this bullshit that you've seen on fucking TV, all of these fucking women fucking playing the victim all the time, all of this fucking coverage of just what guys do to women has now... Every fucking guy has his balls in his fucking back pocket. And it's just like, well, I don't want to be the guy that fucking makes you uncomfortable. Okay, would she fucking tolerate this from you? You don't want to look in. That's not being insecure, sir. That's common fucking sense. So he said, honestly, honey, I trust you. I want what's best for you. And tried actually to do that. My question is, do you think she's trustworthy? Possible, but that guy isn't. And that guy's just drawing her in because he wants to fuck her. She does have a history of cheating on her exes, but so do I. We've both been happily married and our sex life is great, but still the doubt and insecurity about this issue exists. Love to hear your take on this. Can't wait for the new hour special. Thanks, and go fuck yourself. Buddy, yeah, no. No fucking way. No fucking way. Work some extra hours. You know, I would actually be willing to believe that she's going over there thinking she's not going to do anything, but that guy's going to seduce her. That's what's going to happen. They already banged. They're already, physically like, the boundaries are not going to be there. And I'm telling you, that's not a good situation. And you're not insecure at all. And so what if you are? That's a legitimate feeling. That whole fucking thing. That's like those stupid fucking T-shirts. I saw this some woman was wearing this fucking T-shirt. I told you about that when I was back in the summertime. It said something like, a real man is excited by a strong woman. A boy is like, whatever, intimidated or something like that. It's just some, go, I want to be considered a strong man. I want a cookie. I was reading that Rolling Stone where they had the actress that was played Wonder Woman. And I was all excited to read the article. And the first quote that they had, they said, "Are you a feminist?" She goes, "Yes, I'm a feminist. Everyone should be a feminist because if you're not a feminist, then you're a sexist, right?" And I like bursted out laughing, thinking like, well, it all depends on what your definition is. Yeah, that's what's funny about these Hollywood people out here. I swear to God, they sound just like the Fox News right people. They're the exact, there is zero tolerance. You think the way I do. If you do not, then you are this. Like there's no clear-cut definition of feminism any more than there is of like what makes like that's real rock music. And then somebody's always like, that's not rock. This is rock. That's bullshit. It's the same thing with like feminine. Like if everyone was a feminist the way my wife is, which, in all fairness, this actress that played Wonder Woman could be. I don't fucking know, but just to say, like, that is just such a, granted, it's a fucking interview. They're trying to get people fucking worked up to read the fucking thing. Maybe it was taken out of context. Maybe she said other shit. But just the way that's presented, Rolling Stone is just fucking insufferable, though. It's just fucking insufferable. The way they handled Obama with like kid gloves, and if you're a fucking Republican, they stick your head in the fire. Now, I'm not saying they shouldn't stick these Republicans' head in the fire. They're the fucking, they're bought and paid for at that level, right? Am I nuts? And I also thought Obama was too, judging by the $69 million worth of tour dates he has coming up, giving speeches to all these fucking rich people. Guy just bought a $10 million fucking house. It's fucking unreal. And they don't say shit. All they do is show him playing highlight and fucking going kayaking and parasailing. Like, isn't he cool? I can't believe how cool he is. Anyways, by the way, Rolling Stone, is Trump the worst president ever? I haven't noticed. It's not like you haven't fucking written it. It's just like, I don't even read the fucking article. It's like, I understood your point of view the first 90 articles. There's so much other shit you could be writing about. You know what I mean? Good fucking Lord. Like, why can't you make fun of, like, extreme liberals every once in a while? Throw me a fucking curveball. Something. Jesus Christ, I fucking need to go buy some fucking tampons here. Sorry, you know what happened? You know what the funny stopped was the fingerprinting of these fucking poor kids. These poor kids are going to college. They're getting all in fucking debt. All right? And these colleges are acting like they've adapted to how quickly the real world is changing. And I don't think they are. And that's why these kids are coming out. It's like they're coming out with degrees in like fucking, I don't know what, fucking churning butter, essentially. And then they can't find a fucking job. I don't know. I remember like always reading up about all these fucking amazing musicians. They would go to Berkeley and they would never like the guys that went out and seemed the guys that went out and did shit. They never finished. Like they were like this whole being here. I got what I needed. Now I got to get the fuck out of here. And I'm not saying drop out of college, but I really feel like if that voice is screaming in your head and you fucking have some good ideas, why take on the last year of debt? You know why? Because your parents want you to. I don't know. What, because Bill Gates dropped out if you drop out? I'm just saying. What the fuck I ended up doing? I didn't need to go to college. I had all that student loan, all that debt. And I left, and I immediately went down to a comedy club and started doing shit jokes. Anyways, we got to end on something positive here. Please go to that Steven Adler, Ronnie James thing. I got to post that. The bowl for Ronnie. Ronnie James. What a fucking voice. And what a great guy, too, man. I never met the guy, but like all his interviews, he couldn't have been more down to earth. Once again, it's going to be at Pins, P-I-N-Z, Bowling Center, 12655 Ventura Boulevard. It's going to be a bunch of rock stars there, a bunch of comedians, all bowling, raising money for, I don't even know what is the cause here. I know Ronnie died of cancer, so I imagine it's that, right? Oh, Ronnie James Dio, Stand Up and Shout Cancer Fund. There you go. Stand up and shout, right? So there's something positive for you. And I believe it's October 6th. All right, I will be tweeting that out, and I am trying to get back onto Instagram. I haven't posted on Instagram in forever. I think I have to create an entirely new account because I keep saying I forgot my password. Please email it to me, and they haven't been able, or I haven't been able. I can't find the fucking thing. So that's it. That's the podcast for this week. Congratulations to everybody who won week one. Congratulations to all football fans. That is football season. My favorite fucking thing happened this weekend, by the way, when I was in the Alabama theater. There was this fucking guy in the front row, and he had the middle-aged dude, he had his cell phone on. This middle-aged guy, and I'm like, dude, are you recording the show? And he kind of was like, no. He goes, I'm looking at the scores because it was Saturday night. He wanted to see how the other SEC teams were doing. And I go, well, what are you watching? He was watching the Georgia game. I go, what? You're Alabama. What the fuck do you give a shit about Georgia for? He goes, they're in the SEC. I go, well, they're not going to catch you. They got that decent quarterback, though. I don't know. And the crowd kind of dies down. And this guy in the back goes, he says to the guy with the phone, he just goes, excuse me, sir? He goes, what did he say? Oh, fuck. I'm going to butcher the joke. Auburn, Clemson, whoever the fuck Auburn was playing. It was like I wasn't even there anymore. He just asked for a score. Oh, God. What a fucking great setup. It would have been such a killer story if I could have fucking remembered. Auburn score. What do we got here? That's right. They played Clemson. Yeah, he goes, excuse me, sir? Auburn, Clemson? That's all he had to say. The guy's just right on his phone looking to give him the fucking score. I don't know. It's a great fucking place. Don't sleep on the South, all right? If you really think about it, your state's just as racist, okay? That's it. Go fuck yourselves. I don't know what else to tell you. I'll check in on you on Thursday. I hope, I hope there's as little damage in Florida as humanly possible, and that's all you can fucking hope for. And, all you guys making fun of people driving electric cars, I don't know now, what the fuck? I drive gas combustion cars, so I'm not fucking looking down on you, but, I don't know what the battery does in the end when you drive the Tesla into the fucking ocean. Can you recycle the battery? I have no idea, but I'll tell you what that guy's doing over there at that Tesla company. I like it. I just wish the car could look a little more meaner. Looks great from the back, looks great from the side. The front, I don't know what it is. Just can't quite get into it, but I know it's a fucking amazing car, but the SUV's fucking cool, huh? The Lamborghini doors opening up. Plus, it's also a great way to win the war in the Middle East. Drive an electric car, you ride a bicycle, anything you do to use less fucking fossil fuels fucks those people over there, and they don't have money to funnel through the mosques to give to the terrorists. And there you go. And then all of a sudden, Jimmy Crack Corn's out of fireworks, right? Oh, I just solved the Middle Eastern problem. Or the Middle East problem, not Middle Eastern. I don't have problems with Middle Eastern people. And this is why I don't hold office. All right, go fuck yourselves, people. I'll talk to you on Thursday.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Anything Better podcast. Really the best NFL podcast out there with me, Paul Verzi, Bill Burr. We got Jake the Snake with the injury report, as always, coming in clearer than ever, ladies, so you're going to like that. And, of course, Andrew Themlis out there, the Beverly Hills Kid. Guys, what can I say for 2 weeks in a row, Bill? 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row, week 1, 0-4. Guys, just don't listen to me till week 2 or 3. It is bad.
No, mid-October, Paul. Mid-October, you start turning it around.
Jeez.
Well, I'm old Billy win some, lose some. I went 0-3-1. I thought I was going to go 0-4 watching that Bills-Ravens game.
Oh, dude, what a game you got at the last second you got that. That was great.
Yeah. I mean, I got to be honest, Paul, I fucking hate games like that. Those are the games for the youth. 42-41. Like, there was no fucking like the second half, they go, this is the first time the Bills haven't scored. Or that Kansas City game, the Kansas City game Thursday night against the Chargers. It was like, we've had 7 possessions and 7 scores. It's like, yeah, there's no defense.
Yeah. Dude, how good is Lamar Jackson, dude?
Yeah, he's amazing. Dude, how about Travis, what's his face? Henry. What is that?
Oh,
the right name? Derek Henry. Travis.
Yeah,
Dude, Paul, I got 2 kids under 10. I'm hanging in there by my fucking fingernails.
No, I said I mess up his last name.
That one-handed catch by that other guy, fucking wide receiver. Not the dude doing this. The other guy. Yeah. Dude, by the way, could he have done this any fucking longer and then they still lose the game? I don't understand. Game isn't over.
Game is not over, dude.
I saw up until the 4th quarter. Last time I saw it was like 40-25, and then I went on stage, so I still have to watch the 4th quarter where I heard Derrick Henry fumbled, and then they just came back. I mean, listen, I love the Bills. I mean, I look like half of them at this point. You know? The Bills. They're literally... Hello! Did I get kicked off?
No, you're there.
Am I still here? Okay.
Yeah, I see you.
All right. You just froze for a second.
Well,
no aluminum siding? Make your fucking house the showcase of your neighborhood.
Dude, speaking of that, I got them here now. They're all renovating my house. I don't have my own house right now. They're putting new bathrooms in. I got a guy over here, Stacy. Dude, I just wake up to people drilling in my house. That's why I'm outside. Got to get an office. You know, they don't care. They don't care. You think she cares?
What? They're not going to. Something's going on with that feed here, dude. You keep freezing on me.
I do?
Yeah. Or maybe I am. I don't know. Hey, Paul, I'm not trying to accuse you of anything.
No, I feel like everything was going good. But, dude, can I tell you something? My
Paul, you can tell me anything you want.
My wife does not care that we have workers coming in and like I need to know the schedule. She's just like, this is what it is. And I'm just like, all right, well, fuck me. I'll go fuck myself then. Okay, just tell me.
In defense of your wife, Paul, are you really going to make that schedule?
No.
She knows. She knows she has to just pick up the ball and run it over the goal line. They know. I do the same thing with my wife. I mean, am I going to be included? And then when she goes to sit down to tell me the schedule, can I talk to you for a second? I'm like, I'm trying to watch the game, you know? And then like a day later, I'm like, well, what are all these guys doing in here? It's like, I will give that. I create all my own problems in the relationship when it comes to that. And women are planners, Paul. They got a whole fucking game plan. Women are like Bill Walsh. They got all their plays called for the first half.
Yeah.
As you and I come walking out on the field, it's kind of sunny out, huh? Maybe I guess we'll throw the ball.
Dude, speaking of going back to football, did you see J.J. McCarthy? Shout out to J.J. McCarthy, the new quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. He did what you said was the kiss of death. As a rookie in his first NFL game ever, throws a pick 6 to the division rival Bears. It's looking bad. And then, dude, the kid got it together and came back and won the game, which is a really good sign for a young quarterback. So the Vikings may have a game. Yeah, that's huge.
When I was a kid, Paul, if you threw a pick 6, you had like an 80% chance of losing a game. Not anymore. Game is never over.
No.
It's become baseball.
Yes.
Until you get that final out. It's like it's purely for entertainment purposes. And if you love offense, they have a league for you. I miss it, Paul. I miss the hitting. I miss the dominating defenses, and I just I don't.
All right, ready?
It's mad. It's mad. I don't want to like shit all over the league. All right, I do this every fucking year. Let's just
No, top 3 defenses you've ever seen in your lifetime. Top 3 in your lifetime.
Oof. Obviously the '85 Bears, the fucking Doomsday defense, the Steel Curtain. I saw some good ones. I would say, dude, your fucking defense, 2007 when you beat the Patriots, that front four, dude, that you had, that were just making Brady move all day. I mean, all of this fucking bullshit too about Eli beat Tom Brady. Did he? Eli did. Fucking helmet catch. Come on.
Yeah.
He made a couple of good throws in there, but come on, dude. Your fucking defense.
Defensive line.
At least in 2007, dude. That fucking front four, you basically had like supersized linebackers.
Yeah.
I felt like, look, I would never call anybody Reggie White other than Reggie White, but it was like you had Reggie White's 4 illegitimate children.
Rest
I mean, they were all like super strong with like linebacker speed. That was a great defense. I would say the first 3 Super Bowls the Patriots won, where when we would win games like 19-17, 17-10, Teddy Bruschi, Vrabel, all of those guys.
Willie McGinnis, right?
Willie McGinnis, Ty Law, Lawyer Malloy, all of those guys were great. Those Raider defense, that Raider defense that destroyed the fucking Redskins. Who were their safeties were Mike Haynes and Jesus, dude, you're just going way back. I would say those 49er defenses, that the ones that what about the years when like Dion was going back and forth from the Cowboys to the 49ers? I mean, nobody was beating those defenses, dude. They were incredible.
Jake the Snake just came in and said the 2000 Ravens only allowed 9 points per game.
Oh, Ed Reed, Ray Lewis. Oh, my apologies.
Jake the Snake coming. Yeah, dude.
But if you notice, Paul, it's all 2007 and before. Seattle had a good one there for a minute. They had a good one. They had a good defense there. I mean, listen, there was a lot of people doing roids, whatever. Seattle had a good that was a good defense too. I don't know. The 49ers had a good defense against the fucking Chiefs. They were just getting this isn't a hold on the final drive, so I don't know.
Yeah. And dude, John Elway, what's his name? Lawrence Taylor, I believe 86. I believe the 86 Giants with Lawrence Taylor and Carl Banks had a really good one too.
I would say those guys were pretty good. Harry Carson. Do you know what, Paul? I bet today's defenses are just as good as the other. It's just there's so many rule changes. They've gotten better, I feel like, with pass interference, which I'm really happy for. That they let some of that stuff go. I feel like they've gotten a lot better with that. I still, two things in sports I'll never know was that a balk or is that a football move? I mean, catch the ball, you turn and you get hit. They're like, did he move his other foot? I don't know. He caught the ball. If my son did that, I would be applauding. It's not you don't catch. You have to catch the ball and do 3 other things after you catch it to make it a catch.
You got to catch the ball, run 5 yards, and stiff arm, and then they'll review it.
So I don't know what it is, but I would actually, I think that Eagles defense last year was great, but I feel like the rule changes, they don't allow a defense now to be as dominant. I mean, they used to, dude, when we were coming up, I mean, up until like the 2000s, maybe up until I'd say that Seattle defense, where it was just really like we're not going to score more than 12 points, 14. They just shut you down. They haven't let up a touchdown in the first half. Remember those kinds of defenses all year? Like, I mean, like I said, I'm also a curmudgeon. I'm sure like some young kid right now is saying, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I probably don't, but.
Well, dude, the Ravens giving up 9 points per game in the 2000. They beat the Giants that year in the Super Bowl, but the Ravens giving up 9 points per game in 2000 is pretty as dominant as could be. I mean, that's unheard of. That's unheard of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ray Lewis, dude. That was
I mean,
prime
they
day.
had two of the best guys ever at a position on 2 out of their 3 levels. And then they had that lunatic, the guy who painted all his stuff on his face. They had 3 major There was no where are you going to go in that whole defensive zone where you're not going to run into a future fucking Hall of Famer that's one of the best to ever play the position. That's a great call, the Ravens.
Dude, when we were in Vegas for the Super Bowl and we were in that cigar lounge and I saw Ed Reed sitting over a table from us smoking a cigar, I was literally like, dude, that's arguably one of the greatest safeties to ever live. It was nuts.
Yeah, no, that's happened to me a couple times. One time I was in a cigar bar and James Lights Out Tony.
Oh,
was in the corner. I'm like, and he was the Philly shell, right? What do they call it? The shell? He used to do that shit. Dude, all they do is amazing. They lean back like this and your punch goes off their shoulder and misses your head. But my shit is like, doesn't your shoulder hurt after a while? That's still a professional boxer slugging you in the shoulder repeatedly. Yeah. Anybody who had an older brother, when you watch the Philly shell, you're kind of like, I did see here of a boxer, the way he beat it was he just beat the shit out of the guy's arms and turned them into like fucking noodles.
Dude, it's a great strategy, dude. It's a great strategy.
That's one of my favorite things in sports is those boxers that you can't hit. It is mind-boggling that you can be that fast, that a professional boxer, like standing right here in front of you, just going off, and you're doing all of this stuff. It's just like, how?
Yeah, they said like when Floyd Mayweather would do that shoulder thing, somebody had the greatest comparison. They go, it was like Mariano's cutter. You knew that that's what they were going to do, but you just couldn't. For some reason, it worked. It just worked. Dude, did you see that UFC guy, by the way? That UFC guy, the guy kicked his leg. They're sitting there like this, and the guy kicks his leg, and it was like a slap, and it just gets red and welted, and he starts limping. And then he switches up, and the guy did the same thing to his other leg, and he's literally like hobbling, and then just went down, and he tried getting up, and the guy goes, done. He couldn't, he didn't touch him up here. He just basically broke down from the knees down.
That's the only thing that makes sense to me in the UFC. Dude, if you kicked me, like the fact that they can have a professional fighter kick him right in this, like the Charlie horse.
Yeah, yeah.
And they just take it. Like, dude, I would be like, ah, that would be it. 6 months. How you doing? I'm just getting back on my feet. And they'll take like fucking 15 of those per round.
Yeah.
Those guys, those UFC fighters, boxers, professional athletes, the level of pain.
Oh, dude, Alex Pereira.
They can take.
Yeah, the heavyweight guy, Alex Pereira, the guy he was joking around in the gym with the woman in the UFC that does the announcing. So she got in gear and she's like, come on, just give me like a little kick to the calf. And he's like, no, I don't. And she goes, no, like light. No. She goes like, and dude, he did it. And she just goes, ow. Like he didn't, he barely grazed her. Barely. Like it was like, he didn't even touch her. And she was just like, oh, okay.
She's still feeling it.
Okay, yeah.
She's still wearing her flats. She can't go back to the pumps yet.
All right, guys.
Are you going to watch Canelo Alvarez this weekend?
I got to be honest. Can I be honest? I'm rooting for Crawford, man. I'm rooting for Crawford. I watched the countdown to it. That guy's upbringing, and don't get me wrong, Canelo earned it, but Canelo's on a quad in his house and he's like got the glasses and and this guy is like, I got to get my due. I feel, but I am going to watch it. I got a show, but I'm going to watch it after. All right. Before we bring in,
we've avoided talking about what we got destroyed on last week for long. Yes. Dude, all right. I'm going to confess my sins. I was like Kansas City, didn't win that one. I tied with the Bills and the Ravens. I was like, I'm thinking the Dolphins are going to come out against the Colts. Wrong about that. And, I think I blocked out the last one. So I don't know.
Well, Jake the Snake. Let's let Jake the Snake come in and give us any kind of injuries before we make our picks. Jake, do you got any juice for us, Jakey?
Hey, how you doing? Mostly just the 49ers. George Kittle's going to be out for a long time. They put him on the IR, and Brock Purdy's going to be out as well. So Saints, are a really bad team, but Mac Jones will be starting for the Niners is kind of like the biggest injury.
Hey, and by the way, I don't mean to cut you off, Jake, but for all our listeners, we talked about it. You guys design it. We want an official Bill. Me and Themlis were talking about this. I don't think we told you, but I know you're down. We want somebody to design a Jake the Snake t-shirt. We want Jake's face on it. We want Jake's face on it. It's got to say Jake the Snake. If we have fans to design it, we will get it made, but we have to get a Jake the Snake anything better t-shirt. We have to do it.
I'll just say the fact that Jake the Snake is not up in one of those NFL booths with the headsets on, talking to somebody down the field. I mean, that's what we had to lock. We had to give him the franchise tag to keep him on the podcast. The man knows the game.
Thanks,
He's got a TV outside. He's been watching game film all week. He's got some color on his face. I'm telling you, Jake the Snake. He saw we put our money where our mouth is. And that this franchise believes in him, and now he's bringing it. He's fucking bringing it.
What I love is that he got the haircut and the tan, and he goes, "We're starting the season right." And he got 3 wins, and he starts 3-1.
3-1, yeah. Well, you guys got screwed on that Denver game. I mean, my goodness,
Denver game
what was that? For those that don't know,
Paul with a pretty face, he's the brains.
All right, so Jake, all we got to worry about, Brock Purdy out, but they're playing the Saints. So that's it, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Everyone seems to be relatively healthy right now. At least those are like the major injuries, for like the stars. But yeah, those something to think about for sure. There was something I wanted to ask you guys about the Bills game. Actually, I don't know if you saw this, but the Bills cut the lead they cut the lead to 7, and then they kicked. So they had made the extra point, but there was a penalty. So it moved them up to the 1 yard line. So they decided to go for 2 and didn't get it. And this is the middle of the third quarter. So they were just chasing those points the entire game. They went for 2 more times, didn't get it. They were down 2, what should have been the tie. So I don't know. What do you guys think of that philosophy to go for 2?
I saw a lot of teams this week go for 2 and not get it for a lot of times. Like I saw a lot of missed 2-point conversion. You know me, dude. I say take the point. Until you mathematically have to go for 2, in my opinion, I think you got to kick the extra point. That's just, I've always felt that way.
My opinion is it takes you 3 to 4 downs to catch it, to get a touchdown, to score a touchdown. You go for a 2-point conversion. You have to score another touchdown. You have one try at it. For some reason, because it's only 2 points, people, they get this in their head like it's this foregone conclusion. And I don't know. I get going for a 2-point conversion later in the game. The shit doing it in the first half. I think you just get as many easy points as you can. I like the direction there. Look at it. As many easy points as you can. And then in the end, if you're in a situation, looking at the clock, how many more possessions you're going to get, then you do it. But like this whole fucking World Series of Poker, he's going all in. Here comes the river. 7 minutes into the game is stupid.
And I'll tell you, one of the times they went for 2, they were down 9. So they went for 2, down 9. They didn't get it. So you're down 2 scores instead of 1. I just couldn't believe it.
No, Bill's 100%.
Yeah, because
right.
if you kick the extra point there, then you could be down by 8 and then touchdown, and maybe then you go for 2.
Yeah, they got lucky there.
Why dig a hole? Why dig a hole now? Good point,
Paul. Why dig a hole ever?
Why dig a hole ever?
I mean, life is hard enough as it is. I mean, what are we digging holes for? Put the shovel away. That's what I say.
What do you think? It's the first fucking hole I dug? All right, guys, before we do our picks, we got to shout out our sponsor, guys. It is BetMGM. You know that. Here's how it works with us. We have a first bet offer for everybody. You download the BetMGM app to your device, and you use our code, BURR, Burr, BURR. Very simple. You sign up, you deposit at least $10 in your BetMGM Sportsbook account, place your first wager, and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if the bet loses. If the bet does lose, your bonus bets will be available once your initial wager is settled. Check the fine print for any kind of time limits on that. But you're not getting cash. You're just getting bonus bets. And also, we have a first touchdown. So For example, if you like Derrick Henry to score the first touchdown, what you do is you put that player, you bet the player to do that straight up, scoring first touchdown of the game. If your player scores a first touchdown, win your wager as normal. If the player scores the second touchdown, you'll get your stake back in cash. Only straight bets apply to the second chance. Any wager using using a bonus bet, bonus, or other reward token is ineligible for the campaign. So there you go, guys. It is my Bill went first last week because he goes first on even years. So it was my pick.
Even weeks.
And it is my, even weeks. You know what I mean? And it is my pick. And guys, I'm 0-4. What do you want from me? I got to get back on the horse. Here we go. All right. For my first pick, and I'll be honest.
I got to get out from under the horse.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, but dude, and I don't mean this selfishly. In a weird way, if you went 0-4 and I went 0-4, it made history for the show because we've never done that before. And then when you caught the half a game at the end, I was like, all right, you know what? At least we didn't go 0-8.
Yeah.
All right, guys, my first pick, I was going to actually, because I want to get off the schneid. Is that the right word? I wanted to get a win early, so I was going to go Packers Commanders tonight. I just don't know, dude. That is a game where both teams to me are very similar. So I'm going to lay off that game. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't love the half a point, but I think that they clicked on a little bit at the end. They ended up beating Cleveland. I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals at home.
Why are they the Bengals? The Bengals was an girl group in the 80s. You always say, I'm going to take the Bengals. Walk like an Egyptian.
Another manic Monday. Oh. I can't wait till Sunday.
Paul's taking the Bengals. I love the Bengals.
Minus. Yeah.
I'm going to take the Spice Girls.
Hey, I got the Spice Girls -8. All right. I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals -3.5 at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right, Paul. There's a game that I love, but it's your Giants, so I'm not going to. That Giants +5.5.
Bill, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it, so you can. I'm not touching it.
Let me think about that. But there's so many other games I could pick wrong before I go to pick that one. All right. It's a weird game. That Chargers-Raiders game. Both coming off wins. Both always fuck their fans. I'm going to stay away. One of them's going to be 2-0, Paul. When's the last time the Chargers or the Raiders were fucking 2-0? That's crazy. All right. Here we go. Fuck. Yeah, well, even one of these games, I can't. I can't. I'm going to take the Dolphins. I'm betting against my team.
What?
-1.5, because no matter what, I'm going to be happy. Either we get a fucking win. I don't know. I watched this last week. I think we're going to hopefully go 500. It already seems like under Mike Vrabel, we're in a better direction or whatever. Dolphins are coming off a loss. We're playing down in Miami. I mean, those fucking guys beat us once a year when we had Tom Brady. So I just figure they're gonna get us again. It's only 1.5. Paul, I'll be honest with you, dude. I'm swinging in the dark here. I'm going Dolphins -1.5. What's that coach's name? Mike what?
Oh my God.
Mike Moriarty.
No,
it's
Mike McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel. I think Mike McDaniel's. I think he's gonna. I don't know. He's been with that team long. Vrabel's we're still getting used to him. So.
All right, Dolphins. Dude. I'm scared, dude. I don't want to. I'm gonna take the Detroit Lions at home -6 against the Bears. Detroit's coming off a really bad loss. And I think they gotta pull it out, man. They gotta win a game at home. And I think if they're still the Detroit Lions, they should win that game. The Bears didn't show great. They let the Vikings come back on them. I'm gonna take Detroit by less than a touchdown, or a touchdown if you want to call it that.
All right. I like that. I'm gonna take a It's just too many goddamn points. I'm just going to take the Browns because they're getting almost 12 fucking points, and this is the NFL, and they're in the same division. And they scored 40 points against the Bills. So everybody's going to be like, oh, my God, they're going to fucking trounce the Browns. And for some stupid reason, the Browns are going to cover. That's the only reason why I'm doing it, Paul.
That's a great pick. That's a lot of points, dude. All right.
One of the most lopsided victories in history.
Boy, the Ravens really figured something out. 45 to 3.
I think they were really upset with themselves last week, and they came out and they wanted to make a statement.
Nothing is worse than when a game is out of
Bill
hand.
Burr has his head between his knees crying.
Isn't it the worst when it's over? Dude, I remember.
No, you know what the worst is? Is betting on the Kansas City Chiefs and they lose. And I got to watch their tippy-toe dinking dunking down the fucking field and they still don't win. That's the worst.
I might take them, but dude, I remember 2 years ago, Ari Shaffir goes, hey, you want to come with me and Renazizi to a Giants opener against the Cowboys? I'm like, yeah. Yes. And like Renazizi, I was like, dude, I'm going to get a grill. I go to Dick's Sporting Goods. I get a grill. Renazizi's like, I'm bringing a tent. Everyone had a list. We get there 5 hours early. We have the greatest time in this parking lot for 5 hours, dude. It was 31-0 Cowboys by the second quarter. It ended up being 41-0. It was over.
Oh my God.
Dude, it was like when we went to TCU, Georgia. It was, or was it TCU? It was just.
No, it couldn't have been like that. It couldn't have been like that because we were also getting rained on in a fucking stadium that sort of has a roof, but not on the sides. And we were way up there.
It was drizzling.
It was raining sideways.
Yeah.
And their entire, our backside was soaked.
You know what it is? It's one of those things where it happens so quick, you're delusional. You're like, all right, this first quarter, dude. First quarter, you get 2 touchdowns right back. Right back. That's what we were doing at the
scoring all their points early, Paul. They're going to come back.
Dude, the defense figured something out. You know, when a good stop. Now they figured it out. Here
we go. Here we go. 3 and out. Fuck.
I'm going to take.
All right, what do you got, Paul?
I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers' first game in Pittsburgh against the Seahawks to win by a field goal. They're feeling good after the Jets game, and they're home. I think the crowd's going to be into seeing Aaron Rodgers. Seahawks got Sam Darnold. I'll take the better quarterback and the better coach. I'm taking Pittsburgh against Seattle -3.
All right. I'm going to take the Commanders tonight, getting 3 points against the Packers. Just because I like this game, and I also like the Commanders, man. I like the direction that they're going in. They're a fun team, and I'm really happy for Washington Commander fans. They've been suffering a long time. I don't think, I don't know. I know the Packers are stacked, but they're in Lambeau. Once again, it doesn't make any sense. You figure the Packers will easily cover it, and I'm going to go with the Commanders, Paul. I don't even have a logical reason. I just want to watch the game tonight. I'm giving myself a reason to watch.
By the way, dude.
Oh, fuck. Is this going to be one of those Amazon ones and I got to fucking go through 52 portholes to turn on? When I was a kid, you just turned on the game and they didn't play Thursday.
No, the Commanders are really good. Dude, by the way, our show, let's be fair, Bill. Let's be fair here on Anything Better. Our show has pointed out some favoritism towards the Chiefs. I got to be honest with you. Every minute of football I watched last week, I didn't see a ticky-tack bullshit call. I thought the game against the Ravens and Bills, they let them play, only calling blatant stuff. So far, it's only 1 week. So far,
well,
so
you can
good.
thank all those people on the internet that were calling them out for it.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened in the Super Bowl. They got Taylor Swift there. They got all the eyeballs. They called off the dogs. They let them play. I've said it a million times in this thing. So
hey, you said it once and you'll say it again.
You got to be careful though with the Chiefs, Paul. Okay, because you got to understand, they're still the pretty girl at the prom as far as the AFC, as far as money. All right, I don't think that the NFL as a brand believes in Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen yet. They're bridesmaids. All right, I just don't think that it's a lot with Travis Kelce and Taylor Dane or whatever the fuck, right? There's just a lot going on there. There's a lot of eyeballs. It's a lot of money, Paul. That's a lot of money. You know, it's a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. When I looked at this list, the first game that stuck out at me, and it gave me the willies, was the Chiefs getting one at home against the Eagles. And then scared Paul. 0-4 Paul said, don't do that. Play it safe. But you want to know what? I'm the one who takes the book. I'm the one who's taking the book. Okay?
Good. I don't like 0-4 Paul. I like this Paul.
0-4 Paul scared. Throwing checkdowns.
0-4 Paul stays in his house.
0-4 Paul.
Shake it off, Paul. Sits in his backyard so his neighbors hears his fucking picks.
Yeah. 0-4 Paul gets a deep call and goes, nah, coach, why do that? Let's just dunk it down. Let's get some yards. But 4-0 Paul goes, we're going deep.
0-4
right.
Paul says, I have to get up early tomorrow. I shouldn't drink this.
Oh, that's great.
But the Paul I know, I'm fine. I'll be fine.
Look, if the Chiefs go 0-2, here's the thing. The Chiefs might be going down, Bill. The era might be ending. And if the era is ending, they're going to lose this game to the team that humiliated them in the Super Bowl at home in week 2. I'm going to do it. You don't like it, do you? Oof, you just gave me the...
I just, Paul, it's a business. If the Chiefs' era is over, what do they got? You saw them trying to sell Josh Allen last night. I'm literally looking at on the Ravens game. They're showing me Josh Allen's wedding photos. It's like, what the fuck do I give a shit about his wedding for?
They really did show
what
the vows.
What am I doing? Dude,
yeah.
They're trying. That to me was the nod. They're testing, going like, okay, have we ridden this horse too far? It's a business, Paul. They're in sport. We're in sports gambling now. They are a gambling sports book, sports league.
You think okay, Bill, if Pat Mahomes is a horse, are they taking him in the backyard with the rifle?
I would have to see the analytics on how football fans reacted to Josh Allen's wedding photos during the Bills-Ravens game to see if they are ready to walk away from Travis Kelce and fucking Madonna, Lady Gaga.
I just picture a fat bearded football fan. I just picture a fat bearded football fan holding a beer, going, "It's a beautiful picture, though. Let's be honest. It's a nice wedding. It's a nice outfit."
You know, I was gonna root against the Bills tonight, but when I know the quarterback of the other team has truly found love, you know, it's really hard for me. You know, Paul, some things are bigger than the game.
You know, you can only guess what their first song was, you know. All right.
Hey, if you're a single quarterback, will they show you with 2 strippers giving you a fucking lap dance? Will they show that fucking picture?
You just see Lamar Jackson.
They said they shut down all the Hooters, but he found one more. Independently owned in Akron, Ohio.
Oh. All right, hold on. Let me just see if
Shout out to Josh Allen getting married. I mean, just as a football fan, I'm so glad that they shared that with me. Oh. All right, Paul, who do you got? You gonna bet on a K-pop band here, or are we gonna say a football team this time?
I'm gonna do the Chiefs getting one at home. If they go 0-2, they're in big trouble, I think.
Yeah, I like that pick just for the I'm Billy Conspiracy. I'm Billy Conspiracy.
Is that my third? Yeah.
I keep going back to that Chargers-Raiders game. And I just go back to who's the better quarterback. You know? I don't like that half a point, Paul.
I hate the half a point. It'll get you every time.
I don't like my hairline. You know, There's a lot of things I don't like this way. Steelers at home, -3. I don't like that one. Paul, I'm just swinging in the dark here. I'm just betting on games I want to watch. The Bills and the Jets. 6.5 points. The Jets
You
were
like the
competitive
Giants.
last week. Huh?
I at the beginning, you said you liked the Giants game. I didn't touch it. My 4 picks are in.
Paul, I'm an AFC guy. I don't know what to tell you.
You are.
I'm an AFC guy.
Dude, how?
Fuck. I'm gonna go. Jets getting 6.5 at home. Division rivalry. Everything tells me to take those points. 6.5 at home. Bills coming back from a wild run. I'm gonna take the Jets.
Ooh, I like it.
This is how much confidence I have in that.
That's what makes this show so fun.
When you take the Jets and the points, that's the meme.
That's great. Oh, somebody's got to make that meme. By the way,
I feel like I'm going to watch a fun game. I love the Bills. They're just a fun team to watch. I love watching the Ravens. I like watching the Eagles. Those are all fun. You know, there's a lot of fun teams out there.
dude, how are me and you friends? Me and you are opposite in you're AFC, I'm NFC, you're Boston, I'm New York, you're light skin, I'm a little darker.
The overlap is we're both degenerates.
Yeah.
Paul, we don't read. We put way
works.
too much importance on sports.
Yeah.
Like we talk about sports the way people talk about politics.
No, we've had discussions on sports that you would think was like we were solving the world's problems.
No, if you like graph the audio and you had to guess, is this two people talking about the Gaza Strip? Or are these two guys talking about the tuck rule?
Dude, we've had discussions about quarterbacks on the phone like they talking like they're in the war room in the Pentagon. You know?
One of the loudest I yelled in a decade was we were talking about middleweight boxing champions in the 1980s.
Oh God. Yep. I remember. Are you going to watch Canelo Crawford this Saturday night?
Yeah.
Two of the last Mohegans, dude. Those are two of the last great boxers. And then boxing. Hey, then it's rough for boxing. Hey, after that, boxing might be.
Well, what about the lock, stock, and 4 smoking barrels? That fucking guy. Tyson, what's his face? Isn't he? He's good for the sport, right?
Oh, dude, are you talking about Tyson Fury?
Yeah, I know he lost, but is he?
No, but I think he's old though, dude. Like, I don't think there's like Canelo and this guy were the last guys that like nobody could beat and good. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's some young guns coming up, but like, you know, and they hired your boy there. Boxing hired your boy there to save it. Your boy Dana White over there. He's kind of he's the new boxing.
That's not a conflict of interest. Like the UFC destroyed boxing.
No, dude. If you watch Countdown to Canelo Crawford, Dana White is a big part of it, and he goes, I grew up loving boxing more than anything, and he goes, and it just went horrible. He's like the best guys.
Dana, I think he did box. I think he boxed it. Well,
yeah.
What happened was you know, a couple of those promoters and then the independent things, and it got all fucked up. And then you had there was 5 middleweight champions, the 3 of them. Then you had to try to unify the title.
Yeah.
And then they created 58 different divisions. So everybody had a title. So everything was like a title fight. And then a title fight was a big deal.
And then the best guy. Yeah. And then the best guy didn't have to fight the next best contender in boxing, which the UFC, you have to, or you lose it. You'll lose the belt if you don't. Where in boxing, they could be like, nah, he's on steroids, but he doesn't want to lose. You know, shit like that.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I think, you know, if you're going to bring it back, that's Dana White's the guy to do it. It's like, absolutely. That's right in his wheelhouse. And it's also great if you get a guy that knows how to run that stuff and he also has a passion and he loves boxing. I mean, it would be, boxing before Don King and all of those guys fucked it up. It was like some of the fighters out there and some of the fights that you saw were just incredible. It's been too long.
It's been, yeah. Mickey Ward and Gotti, Arturo Gotti, rest his soul. Those fights were great.
I'm going back to John the Beast Mugabe, Alexis Arguello,
Julio Cesar Chavez. Those, dude, even Oscar De La Hoya, when he was a kid. When he was 21, 22, those guys were, dude, Manny
Michael
Pacquiao.
Nunn, Michael Dokes.
Remember Pernell Whitaker? Sweet Pea, rest his soul. Yeah, dude. Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao fought 9 years later than their prime. It's like a guy like Dana White doesn't allow that. So I like that he's coming in there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got a Monday night special, right? What do we got, Andrew?
Chargers and Raiders.
Oof. Oh, Bill. I mean, Raiders coming off a win.
Going home. Their fans are excited.
Tom Brady's
what do the Raiders do? What do the Raiders do consistently when their fans get excited?
I mean, I don't know, put on a Darth Vader helmet?
No, they fuck their fans. Both of these teams fuck their fans consistently.
Oh, we got two. Hold on. We got breaking news here. Jake the Snake coming in saying we got 2 Monday night games. We got the Bucks with Baker Mayfield playing the Texans with a lower line, and then we got another rivalry with the Chargers and Raiders. Dude, by the way,
I gotta be honest with you, the Buccaneers and the Texans, that's like they play in the DMZ of football for me. I don't know anything about the NFC South. I don't know what's going on down there.
They got your boy Baker.
Do you know what I know about the Houston Texans? Paul Wall is from Houston.
Paul Wall. Megan the Stallion. I'm going to tell you what. You called it last year. You were right. We both called it, but we know. Jim Harbaugh in his second year. He got a big win against the Chiefs. Justin Herbert looked amazing. You know, I love Justin Herbert. I can stay healthy, Paul. I like the Chargers. I do too.
Take the Chargers money line. We own the Raiders.
Oh,
that's gotta be a leg.
Look at Jake the Snake coming in. Whoa. What do you do with Spider? Whoa, look at that. He shoots him in the foot. He tells him to go fuck himself. Good on you.
Good on you, Jake. Don't take no shit off nobody.
All right.
Tom Brady, you going to take that? What's the world coming to?
He's not playing. He's maniac.
Not playing. I was fucking joking with you.
No.
How do I know you're joking?
What are you, maniac? You're gonna go pick against the guy? What are you, a maniac?
What are you, some kind of sick maniac? Like it's a healthy maniac.
All right. Jake the Snake just made the pick of the game. We're gonna take the Chargers money line.
The 3.5 is a little scary. I understand the half.
Point.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Are we dogs?
Chargers.
No. The Chargers are favored. We'll take the money line. Take Herbert to throw one.
Yep.
So there's 2.
How about this? What if is this possible to do Chargers money line, Herbert to throw 2, and we leave it at that?
It's not bad.
Or is that too much?
Could go Bowers over receiving yards. He's incredible. So, I mean, it's not a bad one. For the
Jake the Snake, it's your team. It's your team. And listen, this is your second year. You're not a rookie anymore. You get a say in this.
That's right. Well, I mean, if you want to throw in something from the Bucks Texans, you could do that as well. But I mean, or we could just keep it to one game, whatever you guys are feeling, because it is your Monday Night Special. And by the way, you forgot to mention the last week's Monday Night Special hit. So congrats to all the listeners that took it.
Dude, we're 1 for 1.
That's right.
So we might have not won again.
Paul, something had to hit for us last week.
I was just gonna say, we didn't have a win in the winning column, but we got
7-1, but we won you motherfuckers some money on Monday. We lost our shirts.
All right. Well, we hit the Monday Night Special. I like Herbert to throw one, Chargers to win the game outright, and then
does anybody have a picture of anybody's girlfriend or wife that's playing quarterback that night so I can help make my decision?
Well, Justin Herbert is dating somebody new, so that's maybe why I got a couple more calls on Friday.
I'm fucking joking. I don't give a shit.
No,
I'm joking. I don't care what they're doing. It's none of my business.
Maybe they aren't trying to promote it like that.
Hey, Bill, maybe Justin Herbert's the new Mahomes. Maybe that's the guy. He's got the new girl. He's got the coach in Harbaugh. Maybe that's where the tide shifts. Start seeing the Chargers get those calls by the officials. Who's the
All right,
Jake?
Who's the last pick here? Because I got to get on with my day.
Yeah. Who's the last? Who's the running back, Jake?
Both teams have rookie running backs. I'm not too familiar with both. But the Raiders have a great tight end. Maybe we could take him over receiving yards or something. What's his total, Andrew? There it is. Actually, it's not on there. I don't know why they're not showing him.
It's
But whatever
what
that
did you
number
took it
is,
off?
I'll get one.
What about the first thing you said, Bowers? You want to just do Bowers?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. It's not showing it on the screen, but whatever that number is.
All right, so then let's just do this. Let's just do. You want to do Bowers or Herbert to throw 2?
Let's keep it. You know what? Let's keep it Herbert to throw 2. I don't want to root.
You know what? If Herbert throws 2, it's better odds. So we're going to do the Chargers to win, Justin Herbert to throw 2 touchdowns. Hey, listen, we're 1-0 on the Monday night special. So there you go. All right, there you guys have it. Andrew.
I like that. That was outside Paul Verzi. That wasn't 0-4 Verzi.
Okay. All right. You know better than me because I'm still shaky. Listen,
No. I
0-4.
liked it. I liked it. You got your swagger back. I like it.
Yeah, he says don't mess around with the Raiders. Just stick with the Chargers.
All right, so I have Cincinnati, Detroit, Pittsburgh, and Kansas City. And Bill, you have the Jets. Oh,
I got
Bill's
the
going
Jets. I got the Dolphins. I got the Browns. I got problems, Paul. And then who else did I take? There was another. Oh, Commanders. I got the Commanders.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
tonight.
Got 2 AFC, 2
got
NFC
the
tonight. There you go, guys. That is our show for week 2. Hopefully we do better for you this week than we did last week. But even if we don't, settle down. It's early. There you go. Use our code for the offer that we have. It is BURR Burr. You deposit $10 in and you'll get $1,500 in bonus bets if the bet loses. If the bet does lose, it kicks in after your initial wager and the first touchdown offer. You choose a player to get the first touchdown of a game and you win. If that player doesn't get the first touchdown but gets the second, you'll get your cash. You'll get your stack back. As we always say, have fun with this, bet responsibly, enjoy your football Sunday, and let's see if anything better can turn this puppy around. We will see you next week. Monday night special, Chargers, Justin Herbert to throw 2. See you guys next week.